I don't see the live button on yet.
I see it. It says
Are we
live.
live? We in the building, baby.
Hey, tap in, log in, Smoke a Lot Radio. We tapping all in. We going all in, baby. I messed the ooh up. Let me say it again. Hey, tap in, play a log in. Smoke a Lot Radio. We going all in. Hey, it's your host with the most cool auto smoke yuck mouth in the house with the lovely
Yay! It's Lady Divinity, the hardest working lady of the Bay.
and the human Rolodex himself, aka the Black Joker.
It's your boy Never from GoToMan.com. We in the building. Ugh.
Teamwork make the dream work, man. We all reporting from 3 different areas. You know what I mean? Still giving y'all live content. It's Smoke a Lot Radio live, baby. We going Tuesday, every Tuesday night live. You know what I mean?
Every
When we tap in
Thursday.
right here on the live, and then every Thursday we're gonna be in the studio. So we done stepped it up to twice a week for y'all, man. You feel me? So we about to go in. You feel me? First off,
Oh,
sponsored by. Let's get to our sponsors. Sponsored by Royal Blunts. That's right, baby. Get your Royal Blunts at your nearest gas station, your nearest liquor store, your nearest smoke shop, your nearest cannabis club, dispensary, baby. We all over the place, baby. Definitely find them online at royalblunts.com and definitely find them on the gram at Royal Blunts and on Facebook at Royal Blunts, baby. And stay loyal to Royal, you dig? Next sponsor, Laena de Mexico. The legends
Pra,
of Mexico
pra.
Tequila, baby. This is the best Aneo in the motherfucking game, Jermaine. You feel me? If you ain't going to get the player Pacho, you ain't going macho, daddy. You feel me? Each one of these are custom bottles, so it's 101 bottles. It's aged 9-year Neo. You know what I mean? All woman, all female company. You know what I mean? Agave, all that is picked by the women. You know what I mean? All this is processed by women. So it got woman care to it. You feel me? And this one has the dragon on it. Wow, Dragon Gang Bang Bang. Shout out to the ladies for the custom baba. You feel me? Y'all go get y'all's right now at your nearest liquor store. If they don't got it, tell them to get it. You feel me? And if you want to follow them on the gram and make your own orders, direct order, man, go to Tequila Laena de Mexico and tell them Smoke a Lot Radio sent you. You bitch you. Yada da. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah. How was
oh,
that motherfucking weekend, my friends?
oh man, it
I mean,
was.
let ladies go first.
Ladies first.
The weekend was wild. I'm out here in the Bay Area, just visiting some family right now, and catching up with the fam bam, and just laying low. And so, I'll be back in LA, getting some work done in about a week from now.
Okay, but what did you do? Like, wasn't no parties or nothing, nothing live happened out there, no big events.
Not yet, not that I know of. Right now, I have to stay close to the family because unfortunately, there was a passing in my family.
Oh
So,
yeah,
I'm sorry to hear
condolences.
that.
That's
Yeah,
my bad.
condolences. Respect.
Prayers
yeah,
to you and your family. My bad.
that's okay.
My
I'm fine.
bad.
Yeah, we're all together now. So,
Family time. You know, that's the
Family
best
time.
time, man.
Fact.
When everybody together. You
God
dig?
bless that.
Straight up. Yeah, you know,
Fact.
sad today, man. How's your day, Black Joker? How was your weekend?
So you want to know about my dad? Well, I happen to be with your black ass. Remember? We
Again.
did a big again. It was a lot. May I tell about the live ass show we had once again? Y'all
Once
killed
again.
it. Once again, the show was shut down because we killed it. But like I said, man, I mean, I was really speak on the show, man. So and let everybody know out there, we just had the Legends of the Bay tour with Spice, RBO Posse, Mac Mall, the Loonies. You feel me? We had all the players, Drew Down, all the players in the building, and it was crazy because the crowd it was thick as hell in there. But what I noticed when I looked in the crowd, I want to shout out to all the Mexicans and all the Latins and Asians, dude, and white people that were really out there supporting. Like it was like 1,000 some people there. They really came out to support the Bay, dude, in LA. It felt so good. Not only that we did the show with Temecula, people came from San Diego to love, but just to see, just the, like it was beautiful, man. I mean, I had a fucking blast, bruh.
Hey, yeah, shit was lit, man. Shout out to the Latin Mexican crowd. You know what I mean? They definitely is in that motherfucker thick. You know what I mean? The white homeboys was up in that motherfucker with their girlfriends. You feel me? A lot of Asian dudes. It was a mixed crowd. That shit was dope. A lot of black dudes was up in that motherfucker.
It was a
Everybody
big
was in that.
mixed crowd.
That shit was like 31 flavors. Everybody was in that motherfucker, man. And the good thing is that it
Yo,
was a
man, it
great
was so many
outcome.
flavors. Man,
It was a great outcome. No shootouts, no fights. You know what I mean? Everybody got home safe. You know what I mean? And the whole crazy part was that 38 Special and Planet Asia had a show the same night in the same motherfucking building. You want to know how this goes down?
oh,
It's
he was
multiple
amazing.
motherfucking floors and different rooms, nigga. So they in some type of other room, nigga. We over here at this room with the big ass stage. We got the big room. They in the other room. So, nigga, this is like multiple clubs in one club, nigga. This shit's crazy, nigga. Catch one is many. And then when niggas was trying to dip, right? Somebody wiggled out. It was an after party going downstairs. Somebody went down there, ran their ass right back upstairs. It was an LGBTQ party. It was one.
Man, I didn't want to say nothing, but man.
It was a moot party. Nigga went down there like, oh, hell no. Nigga ran back upstairs. One of them niggas, I don't know if it was Drew down. Somebody came running back up like, nigga, it's a moot party down there. Nigga, we can't fuck with
I was
that.
like, man, Drew came up with two badass bitches. They were the wrong ones. I'm talking shit.
Nah. Drew made it there by the motherfucking skin on his teeth, nigga. That nigga got
Oh my God, he barely made
it. But he left his luggage at the airport.
He left his luggage. Fuck.
Man, left his luggage to hop on that plane, nigga. So yeah, Drew down made it. You know what I mean? Mac Mall, nigga, that shit was lit, nigga. RBL Posse, who we just had Black Sea. They killed it. Spice, and you know what I mean? That shit was a real, come on, bro, the bait. Period. All factors, nigga. At Hayward, at Oakland, at fucking Vallejo, and you had fucking Frisco, all in the same building, nigga. That was a vibe.
That was a vibe. That was a real vibe.
That was the vibe, my nigga. Yeah, so my weekend was good, man. I call it a vacation, man, because every time I get paid to do this shit, it's like a vacation, man, because I get to go outside. You feel me? We go outside. We do good night and day. Put them up the night I pray. Yeah.
Hold up, but they go outside. Come on, baby. That was good.
Yeah, we outside, man. So weekend was splendid. You know what I mean? Shout out to the promoters who put it together. Dope ass turnout. Shout out Cuzzo Fly. Shout out my DJ. You know what I mean?
Shout out to your son. Your son was in the building gigging. Oh my God.
Out there lit. Yeah. He got a little video on this too, man. Y'all check his video out. Everybody saying it's that little yuck. Yeah, that's a little
one. Little yuck. Little professional boxer. That part.
Little actor. All that shit, man. That nigga doing everything.
They thought we walked in with a Calvin Klein model. I said, man, that's Yuck's son. This no damn fashion show.
He was up there gigging. They said, no,
that nigga was he was yanking, nigga. Like,
yeah, that nigga not do all the little young nigga dances, boy.
Oh my God.
Nigga damn near knocked me off the stage.
I know, I saw that. You told him, hey, you had to draw a red line on. That nigga was yanking.
No, bro. That nigga damn near pushed me in the stage, off the stage. I'm like, this nigga too hypey.
I know. I thought the nigga was gonna push you off the stage and said, nigga, I'm the new Loonies. Nigga, I'm like, oh man, the nigga's animal.
Right, shit, that close, nigga.
He did get close.
Damn.
But it was the vibes were so dope in there. It was just yanking, bro. Like everybody was going fucking crazy.
They could have had a
little. The vibes was dope.
They were stingy with the liquor though, man.
They were yeah. I mean, you know what? You know what? I think you know what it was. I think they had 2 bottles for you, and somebody took one of your bottles, man, because they know you like that that big boy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bring my shit out. They didn't even have no champagne. Dude said they ain't got no champagnes. All they got is tequila and all the other shit. So I said, bring us 2 tequila. He only bought me 1. So it's like,
I told the motherfucker I didn't. Yeah. Man, I told the motherfucker I didn't drink. He started serving me juices and shit. I said, nigga, this ain't no juice bar.
Your twin brother was there. Boo Capone.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Boo Capone. Oh, my God. He's a fucking animal.
Yeah, Boo was there.
Well, me and that fool was fucking cooking on each other.
Nigga, we can't forget. Shaniqua was in the building. You know what I mean?
Shaniqua was in the building. Fact.
Town business. You know what I mean? Ahmad goddess. Nigga.
Town business.
In the building, nigga.
Yeah, she was definitely in the building. Fact.
Yeah, Shaniqua pulled up on us. Y'all be acting like Shaniqua ain't outside. Shaniqua is outside, nigga.
She was outside. She was definitely outside.
And she
Definitely
smoking
gave me a
dope.
nice welcome. Like, man, oh
Yeah,
yeah, go there. She
she part
family.
of the team, nigga. She part of the Smoke a Lot team off top. You know, that's sis. Straight up. But Shaniqua pulled up, nigga. Hella people pulled up, nigga. What's her name? Unique pulled up, nigga.
Corrupt and Dash
Everybody.
pulled up too. Yo, Unique. Oh yeah, Unique pulled up. Unique definitely
Mm-hmm.
pulled up. Love Unique. Mob.
Oh, Money
Now
B pulled
business.
up. Money B pulled up.
Was Keisha
She
Cole
did.
there?
Money B pulled up.
Nah,
No,
Keisha Cole
no.
wasn't
Keisha
there.
Cole wasn't there.
Mm.
She could have been if she wanted to. She was
Yeah,
interested in it.
everywhere
That's
Unique.
what. That's what it
I was
said.
surprised.
Usually where Unique is at, Keisha Cole is at. Usually.
Keisha
That's why I
Cole. That you.
asked, because I normally see
Yeah,
her
Keisha
with
was going. Keisha, I
Keisha.
thought Keisha was going to come to the. No, she said Unique said Keisha was talking about coming to the show, but she had something going on. Keisha was coming to the show.
Okay, well, we
Mm.
gonna get
She
her to
was
come to
supporting
Smoke
it.
Black Radio.
And it's an
Period.
annual
She
show,
definitely coming
right?
to.
You guys do this
Mm-hmm.
No,
annually, right?
no, that was the first one. That was just what he just did on. You didn't call it Legends of the Bay.
But
Oh
they're
my
about to make
god.
this. Wavy Cam was up in that motherfucker too. Wavy Cam definitely.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
yeah,
my
definitely. So
nigga.
I definitely want to. Yeah, that was. I definitely want to say I went to want to put this out there. Yesterday I went to Jack's Memorial. You guys, you feel me? And they had the Jack. I filmed it. They got the Raging Dragon right over by Jack. JM, the Jack Manasseh, oh my Arthur out there. They was had the sign and I filmed it and stuff. And I was like, bro, that just looks so good because Jack and love. He just loved that logo. He loved the Regime logo, but he was so down with it.
He loved us, nigga. We love him, nigga. Period,
Yeah,
nigga.
he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
fact.
our
Yeah, we
bro.
loved him. Yeah, we loved him.
That's our bro, man. Let's get the Black Report going, man. It's a lot of crazy shit going on, man.
Oh my god. What
Oh
is
my
that
God.
whole shooting in Nashville?
Oh yeah, the school shooting. That's fucking mania. And I just found out that it was a motherfucker that used to go to the school, right? And get this. They said it was a woman that did it, right? And I'm looking at the footage like that's not no woman, man. And they said, "Oh, we wanted to tape." There was a transmission. So it was a transgender that's in their late
What?
20s, transgender in
Mm.
their late 20s, came back to the school they used to go to, killed 3 kids and 3 adults.
Do you think it had anything to do with the fact that it was a Christian school and maybe she was, you know, knew she was going to be transgender supposedly and she retaliated? Or what do you think was the reason behind that? Because I didn't see the manifesto. I just saw that she did tell someone that she was going to do it in some sort of DM message. But I was curious to if it was there a connection to that, or she was just trying to get exposure or attention.
Wow.
I'm really confused.
You have some great questions. I have no fucking clue, man. I have no clue of the motive. You know what I mean? They still don't got a motive because the person off they self, right? But you said
Mhm.
they wrote a note.
Yeah, there was a
Wow.
manifesto. Hasn't been released yet, but apparently she wrote this girl that she had a crush on. She's like, she told her because she was the only person that she, I guess, loved, or she thought she was the most beautiful girl in the world, and she said that she was going to do something very bad, very wrong. And I was wondering why she didn't post or why she didn't call the cops, because that could have probably been prevented. And she said, "This is not a joke." That's what they released. So I'm really confused what the kids had to do with it, what the teachers had to do with it. The only thing I can think of is like, you go into a Christian school and, how a lot of Christians teach that, gay are against all of that, LGBT. So I'm just wondering if it's has a connection.
No, you probably have a great. That's a great one right there. You probably have the answer. You know what I mean? Now as you think of it, she probably got, you know what I mean, castrated, not castrated, but outed. You know what I mean, and told not to do what she believed in as far as her sexuality. You know what I mean? She probably was, bullied. You know what I mean? Probably was, told off by the preacher or whoever the school, whatever. I don't know what the Christian schools. I don't know what they have a Baptist. I mean, what they have to talk to a
They,
priest or something.
the preacher or counselors, but it's just crazy.
Okay.
That 28 and she went back at 28. Like I think that's might have been the oldest that I heard doing a school shooting like that. 28 years old. She has no connection anymore to the school, like to the kids, anybody around that age range. So it's just wild to see that, what mental health problems can do. What they, what people are capable with mental health problems. And that's why it's like the number one, your mental health is really number one. You just got to make sure that people are okay around you, because you just never know what someone is going through.
That's facts.
There is no excuse for that to kill innocent people, though. I mean, it's like everyone in the comments is saying, why did she just kill herself and spare the? And I know I don't like to say that either. That's crazy, but it's just like, why did you have to bring innocent lives into it?
Didn't the person kill themselves or the police killed it?
I think she was killed from like a crossfire from the police, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Wow. What the
Hmm.
fuck, yo? Yeah.
Hmm.
So she is a
That's
he.
crazy.
So he was probably trying to transfer over to what to a she or whatever. That shit probably wasn't accepted over there.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
I'm.
you heard what this, you know what this, you heard something that just happened. I believe I want to say it was in Africa or whatever. There was they was killing people that were transgenders and saying they're not accepted and they'll kill them or some stuff like that. You saw that?
Was it the church or was it just regular Africans?
That's regular. The government wasn't playing that.
Yeah, it was like one country in Africa. I can't
Yeah,
remember
they
what
was
it was.
killing. Yeah, you would go to jail for the rest of your life or get killed. It was like crazy.
What the fuck? Yeah, we
Yeah.
got a lot of
Wow.
we got a
So
lot of
it was
them in America.
no, because it was crazy because there was this actual footage, right? In that country. I can't think of the name, but it was these two guys, right? And everybody knew they didn't know, but they're real masculine. They didn't know whether they were gay or they were saying, right? And I guess some fools had got some footage of them. And I guess these guys were out there, you know what I'm saying, on some political stuff or whatever. And they caught them messing around, and they was trying to. It was just crazy, man. This is oh my man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can, man, it's crazy, man. You know, you got it's a damn shame. I say people be what they want to be. I get it, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? You can't just want to kill somebody because it's their choice. If somebody want to jump in the street and do something to themselves, somebody want to go to church, and that's what they do. If
Because
somebody
of
want,
somebody, because
Right. And that's what I feel like. I feel like that's the one thing people misconstrued, is that God gave us the freedom of free will. And I'm a Christian too. I'm a Christian, but I'm a Christian that understands that we're all born into sin, and like there's not no perfect Christian, and no sin is greater than the other sin. So how can you or myself tell someone they're wrong for something, if I'm still sinning in other ways, and nobody is perfect.
that,
yeah, I just think it's too much put on like what somebody do in their bedroom. You know what I mean? That's their personal business. You know what I mean? And that's nobody business but their sexual partner. That's how I feel about the shit. And if they accept it, they happy with it. I'm happy with it. Like, what the fuck I got to do with their relationship? And who am I to tell them they can and can't? You know what I mean? So I stand
facts.
neutral. I stand neutral on this shit, man. Whoever make you happy, if it's the opposite
That's their
sex,
business.
same sex, whoever make you happy, man, be happy in life. Period. As long as you found that
Facts.
soulmate that make you happy, man, it don't matter how you do it. Just do your thing, man. Be happy.
Amen.
Period.
Yeah,
Don't worry. Be
it's
happy.
like another verse goes, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. And ever since I heard that verse, I knew right away that there is that God does rate based off of how your heart is more than
Facts.
anything.
Facts.
Not based off of every little thing you do or not do, but is your heart in the right place?
Right.
Uh,
They do have something against it in the Bible. You know, they was against the Sodom and Gomorrah type of things that was going down. But it is what it is. To each his own. In America, we got the freedom to do that. You know what I mean? Freedom to have, marriage and all that type of shit. So we got the freedom to do it, exercise it. You know what I mean? People moving to America just to do that. So we got the
Mhm.
freedom to do that, man. Do your thing, if that's what you like to do. But we have our guests in the house, my friends. Little boys and
bah,
girls.
bah, 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 bah,
San
bah, bah.
Francisco's very own Smoke a Lot Radio alumni. He was there when we was at B Real.
Ugh,
He goes back to B Real TV. He goes
ugh.
way back.
How
We
bad?
got the of San Francisco, the heart, the soul of San Francisco in this motherfucker. The torch was lit when he hit the strip, my nigga. When he jumped off that motherfucking porch, the block was torched, nigga. You know who you dealing with? You dealing with a nigga that fuck with everybody. Nigga got people everywhere. Nigga that put on everybody. Nigga helped everybody in the game. Nigga, all your top niggas came up under his wings.
Mm-hmm.
He helped them niggas, and he didn't want to say, nah, I ain't signing you niggas. I'ma help you niggas, man.
Facts.
Feel me? Real solid nigga. The first
Facts.
movie I ever did in the Bay Area was my nigga movie, man.
Get paid.
Yeah, feel me? Let's welcome to Smoke a Lot Radio one more time, man. Juice, man. What's happening, bro? Let's get bro in this motherfucker, man. Juice, what's up with it, bro? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Oh, you unmute your you're muted. I can see the mute is crossed.
Okay, let me
check.
Okay, there we go. Oh wait, yeah, unmute. There we go.
There you go. There you go. Juice, what up with it, boy?
What's up, baby?
Oh, man, we back at it. We back at it. What's up with my nigga, though?
Man. My nigga Yuck Godzilla, man. What's up with you?
Man, first off, welcome home, my nigga.
Come on.
Yeah. Welcome home.
Welcome home, my nigga.
Welcome.
First off.
Thank you. Salute, man. It was a long
you came, my nigga. I've been seeing them videos, nigga. You been going crazy, nigga. You and June on the beat.
Oh my gosh, man. We got some
Y'all
shit
been
coming,
going
yo.
crazy.
Man, you know we got some shit coming. I'm so excited about dropping this project, man. It's gonna wake them back up. You feel me?
Off top, my nigga. So check this out, man. It's been a long time since I talked to you. A lot of shit been happening, you know, especially in your life, my brother. You know what I mean? I ain't seen you on the scene in what, about 7, 8 years?
Yep, 8 years to be exact.
About 8 years. You know what I mean?
So I feel, remember we was remember we did the song I Still Love You when I got you on the album with me and Jacka for the Boots with Fullies. And then I called you and I was like, Yuck, I need you to come do the video. And you was like, all right, I'm in LA, just fly me out to Seattle. But then Jacka died, so we never got to shoot the video for it. You feel me?
All right, rest in peace to the Jack. I remember that. That was the last. God damn. And then like right after that, you went down?
Yeah, right after that, I fell for attempted murder.
Oh wow, my nigga.
Oh yeah, he did.
You was up there in Seattle when that shit happened?
Yeah. It was self-defense though. They just tried to railroad me, but you know, I stood. You know what I mean? Like they convicted me, but then after that, I fought that shit and won my appeal and got my charges vacated. You feel me? And that's really one of the main things that you know, I be wanting to let cats know. Like my case law, my case is case law now. Like you can Google my shit, and different individuals that fall up under the same guidelines as me, they can use my case law in their case to fight. You feel me? To get back home. You know what I'm saying? Their circumstances same as mine. So, yeah, I fought that shit. Yeah, it took me 7 years, but I fought that shit coming back.
What you was facing? What they're trying to give you?
They gave me 23. They gave me 23 years. You know, being an OG nigga, that's life.
Yeah, that's life, nigga. You take a dub out of nigga. Come on, bro.
You try to stop reproduction, career, everything. You know what I mean?
Everything, my nigga. You kind of shut down the water well, my nigga.
Yeah, they gave me first it was attempted murder, assault 1, drive-by shooting, felon in possession of a firearm, and then they gave me a gun enhancement, which is a mandatory 5 years. So so I had to do the 5 years first before I even started the time. You see what I'm saying? Wow. So they try to really bust me over the head with it. But I fought this shit that I came from up under it because I'm a California nigga. You feel me?
And the thing is, if you was down south, you wouldn't even seen a day in jail, my nigga. It would have been some self-defense shit. You feel me?
Right. Because you know, at the end of the day, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell the story not so much to glorify it, but just the fact that it is what it is. Like, you know, they blocked me in. Dude got at me first. I handled my business. You know what I mean? I spanked him. You know, and Of course, I didn't knock him off, so he came to court and testified. Told on
Oh,
me.
so he just got shot at. He didn't get shot.
No, he got shot. It's online. You can Google it up. I shot him. I
Okay,
shot
but
him
the
like I
nigga.
did that.
So the nigga, hold on, man. So how you gangster and you getting down, you standing on
Right,
business, the business go
right.
bad, it go bad on you, and then you come to court with the ET finger. Like where they do that at, my nigga?
Yeah, obviously, you know what I'm saying. Like this Mark, from where he from. I forgot where is he from? He from
And we
one
ain't gonna put
nine.
that on the neighborhood. We ain't gonna put
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
him.
yeah,
We ain't gonna put
yeah.
that on that
Also,
neighborhood.
no, because on some real shit, like I ran into his relative when I was in the penitentiary. When I was in Walla Walla, I ran into his relative because me and his relative, he rap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trey Black. You know what I mean? Like I'm a stay, clearing his name because a lot of individuals was like, why he didn't say nothing? You know what I mean? Or why he didn't stop dude from coming to court to get down? But he didn't know he was in the feds, so he had to do some whatever case he had. He had to do some fed time, then he had to do some state time. So once he came to the state, we got on the yard and we talked about it. And he was like, I didn't even know. You know what I mean? But nah, it's definitely not being put on his block. It's not being put on Seattle. You know what I mean? I got love for Seattle, Tacoma. You know what I mean? But yeah, that nigga's a rat. He's a rat, man. You know what I mean? Nigga came to court, testified on me. Nigga came to my sentencing hearing with a pastor and wrote a letter and spoke in front of the judge. But this nigga supposed to be a gangster though. You feel me? Yeah, so I went through that. So I don't condone no snitching from nobody. I don't give a fuck who it is. You know what I mean? Because I know what it feel like to sit in that room with somebody pointing at you, talking about he
Over,
shot me
over some shit they did.
over some shit he started. You know what I mean? Because everybody know I was just out there in Seattle just doing my thing. You know what I mean? Fucking with the music, moving around, doing what we do for California, fucking with bitches. You know how it is. And you know, blood was on some hating, jealousy shit. And he brought it to my doorstep. I didn't bring it to him. I don't even know who this nigga is, man. And to keep it a buck, you know, I don't wish no harm on that man. You know what I'm saying? He did whatever he did. You feel me? And I did whatever I did. I had to learn from it. He learned from it. Hopefully, he learned from it. You know what I'm saying? Because I for damn sure wasn't playing. Whatever the outcome was gonna be, yuck, it was. You feel me? And I did
You
that.
had a, you had a situation where it's him or me, period. And you came out on top.
And that goes to show the character of who you are and where your thought process is. You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of niggas in the penitentiary was saying. It's either it was a you or him situation. What was a motherfucker supposed to do? I had to get in broad daylight.
Right.
And it ain't just so much him, but the system was working against me. The attorney that I paid at first, the prosecutor, the judge, the jury. Like I'm telling you, my shit was like high profile. Like it was some whole other shit, and they was working together to get this conviction. They had to get this conviction. I'm talking about bringing up bullies for fullies in the courtroom, bringing hell of my CDs in, doing shit that they wasn't even supposed to do. Jury misconduct, judicial misconduct, prosecutorial misconduct, perjury, ineffective assistance to counsel. I had like 17 issues that had me beat my case. So there was a lot of shit that was going on in that courtroom in regards to them just getting a conviction because I was a rapper and I was from California and because I was a black male. You know what I mean? And it wasn't a situation that I could be optimistic about. I knew what was going on. I knew that they was gonna play me. So it wasn't just all about him doing the snitching, but it was everything else that came along with it, and just being out there in Washington and realizing that, I've always heard it all the time that the system is set up to fuck us off. But I actually experienced it. It was like, damn, like it was like I was in the Matrix, bruh. Like I'm sitting in the courtroom and I'm watching motherfuckers do what they doing and I'm knowing they lying. You know what I mean? Like, man, this shit gets so deep. I mean, it gets so deep, like it gets so deep to the point to where Blood's girlfriend came in the courtroom and testified, right? And okay, she picked him up because you could see it on the camera. this I'm gonna give you a quick synopsis right quick. So there was some evidence that was withheld in my trial to where after I shot dude and we went through whatever we went through, he drove to his apartments and it's all on camera. He jumps out. He jumps in the car with the chick. The niggas who tried to block me in with him, they pull up, they go in the car that he was in, you know what I'm saying, and start taking out, you know, the guns and the bullets and all that shit. The prosecutor withheld that evidence. You see what I'm saying? And the prosecutor
Whoa, hold on.
yeah,
They withheld that. You could have beat the case with that.
exactly, right? But they withheld the evidence. They withheld the evidence, so that's where the prosecutorial misconduct came in. Yuck, it was so bad, bro, to the point to where I had a witness that I didn't know that this nigga didn't know. She saw the shooting. Like she the one that called 911, some random lady. You know what I mean? She in the car looking like this, and me and him going back and forth at each other. She called 911. You could hear her saying, the guy in the blue Tahoe truck shot first. You feel me? I'm in a H2 Hummer. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the same Hummer that Filthy Rich talking about on the Bullets with Fullies album. You know what I'm saying? Me and Juice in Juice Hummer. You know what I mean? I'm in the Hummer. I'm getting back at him from the driver's side. I'm shooting back from the driver's side through the window. He's shooting from his driver's side. She see the whole thing. She come to court. She testified. The jury hear the tape. The lady come in there a year later and say the same exact shit that she said on the 911 call, and they still found me guilty. Even with a witness, even with the person who said she saw the shooting. She's the one who called. She was like, she's surprised that I even drove off. This is what she said in the trial. She was like, I don't know how the guy in the Hummer was even able to drive off. Feel me? Still found me guilty. That's the type of shit that was going on, you know?
And they try to watch a nigga too. I didn't know Seattle was like that with the system. You know, Sibo told me something like that when he had to get the fuck up out of there because of their judicial system. Like they crazy up there. They like Arizona, you know?
Yeah, it's all bad. But what I was gonna say, my bad, because I lost my thought because you know this shit.
We was talking about them withholding, you know, evidence. You know,
yeah, I was gonna tell you about about his bitch. Okay, so she came to court and testified, and she was crying and all of the shit. Boo-hoo, I ain't never seen so much blood. He almost died. You know, she pointed at me, but she never seen nothing. She wasn't even there. So her story didn't even matter. But she was like, oh, we don't be around guns. We don't do this. We don't do that. Right. And when we started to do the second investigation, we go to her Facebook page and she holding choppers. Come to find out the same day that I shot blood, she worked at the gun store. But she's on the stand testifying saying that they don't be around guns. But you work at the motherfucking gun store.
But you work at the gun store. Come on.
You work at the motherfucking gun store and you own your Facebook holding choppers. You see what I'm saying? So this is the type of shit that the prosecutor was letting go on when he know this nigga was lying. On top of the first attorney that I had that ripped me off, he made a deal with the prosecutor to not bring none of my witnesses in. Motherfuckers who could testify on my behalf in regards to what was going on with the situation. So it was a lot of faulty shit going on. I mean, man, I could go on and on all day. But what I will say is the thing that got me released, one of the main things that got me released, because I had 17 issues when I filed my petition for personal restraint, my PRP, was Proposition 37 that became retroactive, and it became retroactive in 2014. Well, the reason why the first lawyer that I had was ineffective because he should have known that because I'm from California. You see what I'm saying? And it was retroactive for anybody that was in California that crimes that we committed in 94, if they're not worth a certain amount of money, they're not felonies. You see what I'm saying? So then we filed a petition with San Francisco, and we filed a petition with Sacramento County to the DA, asking them to reduce the charges to misdemeanor. So they say, cool. They reduced my charges to misdemeanor. This is what the first attorney was supposed to do on my behalf, but he didn't do it. So that's ineffective assistance of counsel. So once they agreed to it, and my attorney Neil Fox, by the way, um, he presented it, and then that made the case have to go back to trial because I wasn't a felon in possession of a firearm, because that's the only thing he kept banking on in my trial was like, if you can find him guilty as a felon in possession of a firearm, then you can find him guilty on anything else. You see what I'm saying? And so without the gun, they don't have no case. Now they never found the gun, but they were saying because I admitted to shooting him, because it was self-defense, they used my admittance as a weapon in my trial, which I never heard before. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like double jeopardy because they charging me with the same. If I shot the gun, they're charging me with the same gun three or four different times. You charging me with assault with the same gun. You're charging me with a drive-by shooting with the same gun. You're charging me with felon in possession of a firearm with the same gun. You know what I'm saying? Like they stacked up the charges because I wouldn't plead guilty because I knew I wasn't guilty. Self-defense. See what I'm saying? So I stood on that. Huh?
Did they try to offer you a deal for you to plea on the deal, like take a offer?
Nah,
Like,
he didn't want me to. He didn't want me to have no deal. He wanted me to plead guilty to 10 years.
so they wanted to just have you do 10.
So if I would have pled guilty to 10, I would have got like 3 off, maybe 2.5 years off, maybe 18. No, like 18 months, because it was a violent offense. So if I would have took the time, I would have been in there for like 8 and some change. But the thing is that how the time, like when I didn't plead guilty and he stacked up the charges and he added the time, why it became so high, because once I would have got out, I would have had to get out in that state. I would have had to go to a halfway house, and then I would have had to have a residence to be able to even be released to a halfway house. But I'm not even from the state. So you talking 20 some years later that I got to bust a move like this, and I wouldn't have been able to bust that move. So I would have had to max out. So I'd end up doing 20 some years. So I'd have got out probably like 2036. Shit, y'all probably would have been flying in the air with cars by now. You know what I mean? By the time I come walking about that motherfucker, at least that's what they thought. But I stood on principle, bro. I took that shit to the box and I kept fighting. They denied me on my motion for a new trial. They denied me on my first appeal. They denied me for a motion for reconsideration. And I got fucked by 4 different attorneys because of who I was. They just kept asking for hella money. They go online, Google, nigga, and then they ask for hella money. But then Neil Fox came into the picture. He was actually one of the top lawyers out there that runs the Lawyers Guild in Seattle, Washington, but he's from Chicago. But what made me pick him, bro, is because when he came in there to meet me for the first time, he asked me, do I listen to opera? And I was like, nah, why you say that? And he was like, do you know that opera is more gangster than the shit that you rapping about? And I was like, I never thought about that. And then I was like, so that's why in them Al Capone movies and the mob movies and shit, they would always be at them operas listening to that shit. Because they would be singing about what them niggas was doing, what them Italian mob bosses was doing. You know what I'm saying? And he said, if you sang opera, they wouldn't be trying to put you on display like that. And that's what made me choose Neil Fox. And Neil Fox got a personal issue with the system that's used to bully us. You know what I'm saying? And he got me up from up under that shit. Got me out of there, man. So I'm here talking to you today. You feel
Man,
me?
thank God for Neil Fox, man. Yeah, real.
Hell yeah.
Bro. Come on,
Real.
man. They try to use your lyrics too.
Yeah, hell yeah. He kept on saying, like, okay, this is how deep it got, right? This is how I knew he was finna that they was finna fuck me. Because okay, so do your preliminary hearings and all of that type of shit. You got to do jury selection, right? So when it's the defense and it's the prosecution, and we picking people that we feel is gonna be best on either side, right? Soon as Bud came in, this is what he said to the jury. This is another thing that was prosecutorial misconduct. So as soon as he came in, he said, does anybody here know Juice or know anybody who knows Juice? GUCE, the rapper. That was a violation of my constitutional right. That denied me the fair trial and due process because Juice is not on trial. See what I'm saying? Juice the rapper wasn't on trial. Chevelle Pope is. You see what I'm saying? So he made sure that these motherfuckers went home and Googled him.
Oh, they was
So they
trying to
can
watch
come
you out the rip. They had a
out
rapper.
the
They was
rip.
trying to make a statement. There's like they trying to hit the news with your shit. Oh, we got the rapper too. She's gonna face
Yeah,
life.
it was on the news. It was in the newspaper. All the shit.
And guess
It
who else
was
is in the newspaper? The
oh
officer, the detectives, the DA, everybody else who made the case. You know what I mean?
right,
They're famous now. This is how they go
right,
viral. They arrest the
and
rapper and shit. You know, go ahead,
right.
keep going. Not to cut you off.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying, like, you know, it was a dirty game because, like, in my trial, as we talking, I'm just remembering little punk shit that they did throughout the trial. But in my trial, the motherfucking detective who found the truck, right? Because dude truck was sitting there with the bullet holes and the blood and all that shit up in it, right? And when he came in there, he got on the stand and he was, this is the detective that, that picked the truck up, and he was sitting there talking about, oh, nobody had touched the truck, and it was safe, and if there was a gun or if anybody in the truck would have had a gun or was using a gun, we would have known this and that, right? And so the attorney gets up and walks over to the detective and goes, so you said nobody touched the truck, right? He said, so if somebody had touched the truck, could that possibly change the outcome of your investigation in this case? He was like, yeah, because evidence could be tampered with. He said, well, did you watch the video? Why the motherfucker detective looked at the prosecutor with his mouth wide open like, what the fuck is he talking about? The detective didn't even, the detective who went and got the truck didn't even know that there was a video of motherfuckers who was going in and out the truck before they got there to pick the truck up. See what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that was going on in that trial.
Oh yeah, they're trying to watch you. They got a black celebrity in Seattle. You know what I mean? Somebody got shot. They try to treat you like you murdered somebody, my nigga. For real.
He kept bringing up. He kept going. Yeah, we know. We know his name is Juice. Because he was trying to. What they call it is they call it opening the door, right? If one person gets on the stand and says something that can open the door for them to bring up other shit, then they run with it. So his whole thing was he kept going, oh, okay, so we know his name is Juice, but doesn't he have other rap names? And that's all it took. Like, isn't his other name, like, aren't they named after like guns or, he kept, trying to insinuate that shit. And then once that door was open, then that's when he brought up, the bullies or fullies or whatever. But that was another thing that violated my constitutional right and denied me the fair trial and due process. So that's really what cats got to understand is that it ain't so much about what happened in the courtroom, but it's about if your rights was violated. Because then federal law has precedent over state. You see what I'm saying? So what the feds say is, you have to do this. Like they didn't give me a comparability hearing. Now, comparability hearing says that, whatever crimes that I committed in California, you have to weigh it out with the what you call the crimes in Seattle, Washington. So the language has to be the same. So what they would call breaking and entering in San Francisco is probably called a Rob 1 in Seattle, Washington. They never gave me a comparability hearing. So the Ninth Circuit, which is in the Bay Area, says that if they don't give you a comparability hearing and you're from a different state, they automatically got to take you back to trial. They got to give you a new trial because your constitutional rights is violated. So that's what cats got to understand. Your rights, know your rights, man. Because when your rights is violated, the feds say you got to go. They got to take you back to court, and then that's when you could whoop their ass because you get to pull out all the evidence that they suppressed. 404B evidence. Oh, They got this guy in here. This nigga, they put this nigga on the stand like he was a civilian. This nigga had a rap sheet 10 times longer than mine. Mind you, I knew about the shit because I was already being warned that blood was on my line. Like he was going to try to get on me. You see what I'm saying? Because he was putting it out there in the streets. Like I'm gonna get that dude when I see him. So this nigga got rape and kidnapping and hella gun cases and all kind of shit. But they wouldn't let none of that shit be brought up in the court because the prosecutor gonna tell the judge, I didn't know nothing about that, and that wasn't my mental state. You know what I'm saying? When I got into the shootout with dude. So they kicked it out. And they said that none of that shit could be brought up in the court. So it was just a lot of bullshit, bro. You know the shit you see on TV.
How can they prove that? You already saying that he was talking gangster shit. So they saying that if you didn't know it, you didn't know nothing about it, so they can't use it. Nigga, I'm in a full shootout with this nigga. I know this nigga gangster. Nigga, right. What the fuck, nigga? The fuck you talking about? I don't know nothing about this. That's why we had a fucking shootout. He got shot because of this gangster shit he do. Yeah, I know about it. I'm in fucking court today because of this gangster shit he do.
Because of this nigga. Right. Yeah, you know what I mean? And the funny thing about it, right, is that it was another motherfucker who was willing to come and testify on my behalf, right? And he had did the same thing to Blood. Like, they got into a shootout. He told on a nigga. This is how deep it was. This nigga came to court, and when he testified, and they asked him, "What was you doing? What was you doing the whole day? Like, how did your day start off?" So Blood gets up and says, "Well, I got up, you know, it was a hot day. I washed my car, and I drove to the gas station because I wanted a soda." This is what the nigga say. And then he says he saw me, right? I want you to hear me on this one, bro. This is what he's saying. He's saying I saw him. And so he left the gas station, right? So we pull out a map and we go, okay, so you left the gas station because the shooting happened like an hour later. He came back, right? So you left the gas station because you wanted a Coke, but because you saw GUCE, you got out of there. But then we pull out a map and we show gas stations within a 2-3 mile radius. So you could have left that gas station and went to any other gas station to get a Coke, but you came back to this gas station an hour later to get a Coke, talking about that you thought I wasn't going to be there no more, that I was gone, right? This is what the nigga say. Now, this nigga that I was just telling you about that was going to testify on my behalf against him about another shooting, that's the gun case that he got convicted for. Mind you, the day that I shot the nigga, that morning, he had just went to court and got convicted for the gun charge. So I'm thinking in my mind, like, you went and got a lesser charge on this gun charge in this shootout that you had with them, and you made a deal with this prosecutor to come and testify against me, right? So here's where the tables turn. So we know you lied, so that's perjury, because you said that you didn't do nothing but wash your car and you just wanted a soda and you ran into me and I just flipped out for no reason, right? But you actually got up that morning, went to court and got found guilty for a shootout that you was in before. Now, the nigga, when it's time for me to do my investigation for the PRP, I filed a motion to get his phone, right? Because when I pulled in the parking lot that day, it was this lady that was looking at me. And I kept looking at the lady like, why the fuck is she looking at me like, I don't know her? You know what I'm saying? And so we filed a motion because he was in the feds. I'm going to speed you up right quick. He caught another case for 17 guns. 10 of them was choppers. Hella dope, hella money, alcohol, and shit. So he in the feds fighting the case. So my wife go online and look up the shit, and the nigga testified and said that he be around guns. But in my case, he testified and said he don't be around guns. Remember that, right? So we was able to use that. So we had to fight against the feds and the state at the same time to file a motion to get that nigga's phone. So they were both trying to fight to tell the judge to not let us get his phone because they knew what was on the phone. So when we got the phone, when we finally won and we got the phone, that nigga phone had a text message telling him from that girl that was looking at me in the parking lot that I was in the parking lot. That was on that nigga phone. That's another thing that got me out.
Hold on. So they finally was able to use the phone records, pulled up the motherfucking text, showing that a lady texted him and said that she was at the gas station.
And I was
Why
at the
was it this
motherfucking
shit?
gas station.
Why was it presented from the beginning?
Because they were suppressing everything. They were suppressing everything, and then
The DA
I was
suppressed it,
suppressed everything.
or his lawyer,
the prosecutor.
So that's
he
the
was
DA.
he was with the state. Yeah, he was with the state. They covered up all of that shit, bro.
Okay, the
They
state
covered
did
up
that.
all of that shit. Look, yep. When I started to do my investigation, how we got the jury misconduct, nigga, we sent the investigator back out to go talk to all the jurors, right? Because we wanted to know why did they find me? How did they find me guilty with no evidence? There was no evidence that said I was the aggressor. You feel me? Everything pointed to me being a defender. I was defending myself. Nigga, them jurors started telling on each other, bruh. They started telling on each other. I got the paperwork. I got all my shit. I got all my paperwork. So, you know what I mean? My shit, you can Google it. Everything is 100. Finalization, all the shit. But I got the paperwork that show where the jurors start telling on other jurors. Oh, they was in the back doing reenactments. They was one juror, her husband was a cop. She went and got her husband. They went and got a magnifying glass and a map and went trying to look for guns and shit. They was doing shit that they not supposed to do as jurors. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, totally out of bounds.
They were totally out of bounds because they was desperate to they called the judge, right? Because the judge was making sure that it wasn't no sidebar. So I had to come back to court just to listen to what the questions that the juror had. And the jurors were like, can we find him guilty for intent? They wasn't concerned with the evidence that was at hand. They was concerned with how to find me guilty. How do we find him guilty? You see what I'm saying? That's what it was all about. So that shit was all, yeah, that shit was all bad, bro. It was all bad. Motherfuckers was in there lying. I was at I had took one of my cars to the dealership. I mean, not to the dealership, but to the auto body shop. And Blood went to the same auto body shop. Mind you, I don't know this nigga though, but this nigga know me. So this nigga's in the auto body shop. He's ranting about what the fuck he gonna do and this and that because he seen my car. You know what I mean? It was a black and orange San Francisco Giant Colors Chargers. You know what I mean? The Hemi, the limited edition one, right? The Daytona. And he saw it, and so he was in there going off. So when I went in there to pick my shit up, the dude that owned the shop, you know what I mean, was like, this nigga was saying this, was saying that, what he gonna do, and blah, 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 blah. So when the investigator went around and went to go talk to this nigga, they brought this nigga to court, and this nigga got on the stand and said that never happened. So this is the shit. Yeah. And Chuck, hey, look, yeah. Everything I'm telling you is in the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's in the paperwork.
It's in the paperwork. So look, let's get to it. Was this over a female?
From his point of view. Female? From his point of view. From his point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the chick. I didn't know he was with the chick 14 years and he was still in love with her and this and that because I only seen him twice. So the first time I'm driving, he pull up with his seat back like this. We on the freeway. We in Seattle. It's like bumper to bumper traffic. So you know how that be. It's like stop and go 5 miles an hour, 10 miles, stop and go. So he pull up with his seat back with the window down. And I'm like, shit, we know where we from. That man they finna do something. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who this nigga is. And he leaned up and he started talking shit. Right? So I'm like, you know, I finally asked him what he talking about. And he like, you know, he started talking about the bitch, you know, or whatever, and saying all of this shit. And I'm like, if this supposed to be your bitch, why you not with her? You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I'm like, man, you supposed to be a player about this shit or whatever. And he like, nigga, fuck that, nigga, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't trying.
He wasn't no player shit.
He
got
wasn't
knocked
trying
in
to
the dick. Yeah, he wasn't.
fuck being a player, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. Fuck you. Pointing at me like that,
Oh
doing all
wow.
that shit. Yeah, yeah. So the second time
That's
I
how
seen
it
him,
started.
the
Over
second
you
time I
knocking,
seen him,
over
I
you
knocked the
knocking a
bitch.
chick.
Yeah,
So he had her previous before you.
yeah. But the thing is, before me, she was with somebody else. That was the other nigga he had a shootout with behind her. See what I'm saying?
So he had 2 shootouts over this chick.
Yeah.
So this nigga's a fatal attraction. That's the real fatal
Fatal.
attraction.
Listen, bro.
Hey,
Listen,
there
bro.
be niggas out
He's a
there like
fatal.
that.
He's a fatal attraction. The nigga lived like 5 blocks from where I was laying my head at.
Wow.
Hold on, did
Damn.
he
That's
relocate?
how close. That's how close the shooting was, huh?
Did he relocate? Was he living there before you moved there, or he
He was
relocated to be
living there.
close to
He
you?
was living there. He was living there, but he was tucked away because there was a restraining order. But once the restraining order went away, right? Um, I started hearing like these pipes. You know what I mean? The nigga had a Tahoe truck with some loud ass pipes on it, whatever. They be passing by all the time. I'm like, man, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, um, say my house is here, and the gas station is like 5 blocks away from my house here down the hill, and then he like a block away from the gas station. So this nigga moved where the chick was at, and he was living there the whole time. But I only was messing with her from 2012 to 2013, and in 2014 I went down. You see what I'm
So
saying?
1 year, this nigga was
Yeah,
stalking you, making
he was,
threats.
man, he was tripping. He was tripping, and like you know, I should have been sharper. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it was red flags, but like because when she first brought me to her house, uh her homegirl was there, and she was like, oh, okay, I see you. She said, but you better watch out for her boyfriend. That nigga crazy. And I just laughed it off, like, you know what I mean? I wasn't really tripping like that because I'm thinking to myself, like, shit, I ain't from Seattle, so I don't, I'm not fucking with no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know none of these niggas out here like that to be, fucking with their chick or nothing. Now, I got family out there and I got homeboys and shit like that out there, just us going back and forth over the years. But I'm actually out there. I'm living out there, all the shit. And I didn't know blood from a can of paint. But what I learned is that a lot of men is more emotional than females. And
Mm.
just because she say it's over, in his mind, he don't agree. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Man,
we gotta be careful with that. So that's the red flag from for everybody. If it's some shit like that, so you don't end up in a situation like me, man, there's plenty of other, beautiful women out here, there's plenty of other handsome men out here, take it somewhere else.
Exactly.
Walk away.
Wow.
Damn.
God
man,
damn, bro.
that's a cold one right there.
You got
Did
that's
that
ooh.
girl look like Beyonce or what?
Hey,
Man, I mean,
people in the chat,
somebody,
people in the
she
chat
was
said she had that magic punani.
she must have had that. She must have had that. Oh yeah, yeah, baby, yeah. She
she
had
was doing
that.
her thing though.
Ooh-wee.
Hey,
She was doing her thing though.
I remember when I was a little nigga, man, watching fucking what's it called, Playboy After Dark, man. It was a
Yeah, yeah. I
movie.
used to love that shit.
It was a movie. Look, it was a movie, right? A bitch
Uh,
had the best pussy in the it was like a kingdom, like a castle. She had the best pussy in the castle. They called her shit the snapper. She
Hey
must got
man,
that snapper, my nigga, because they called that shit the snapper in the movie. The snapper! It was all white niggas going crazy over his pussy. Like, the snapper! He got the snapper! Niggas was warring,
this is a
all
young
types of
still
nights and shit,
comedian.
fighting over the pussy.
yo, man, remember, yeah, man, nigga. Oh my god.
Snapper! Yeah,
Hey, that
yeah,
shit be
yeah, that
real though,
snapper,
but
my
like
nigga.
that shit be real, man. Like like even even with a lot of gang wars and a lot of shit that's going on, man, I wouldn't be
Be a wo-
surprised.
It was a
It'd be
woman.
over. Yeah, it'd be 9 times out of 10. It'd be over the woman, or it'd be over the fact that you got your ass beat in a 1-on-1, and you ran back to your homeboys and told them that you got jumped, and they tried to do some extra shit. Like
Classic.
that's the main shit that's got a
And
lot of
money.
cats going
Like
back
the
and
last
forth.
one. The three
What's the
evils
last one?
is bitches, niggas, and money.
Right,
Money.
oh yeah, off top.
Money the
You
first.
hating.
Money
You hating.
causes
Yeah.
division, jealousy, niggas plotting on you, nigga want to get up on, nigga lean on you, all that, nigga. Yeah,
Man.
so
Rob
money,
the plug,
bitches,
nigga.
and
Yeah.
jealousy.
Nigga want to
Yeah.
rob the
Why you wanna
plug, and the
play
plug
a
trying to
hate
put you
on
on.
me? Why you wanna play a hate on me? Yeah.
So check this
Yeah,
out,
but
Juice.
what's up, bro?
Go ahead.
Nah,
Keep playing.
I was just gonna say, I was sitting back thinking, man, and I was just thinking, like, just going through hiccups in life and shit. And I'm just trying to give you my strength, bro, because I ain't had a chance to talk to you since it's been a long time, but we've been fucking with it forever. And I lost my son to COVID. You feel me? So like right after I beat my case, you know what I'm saying? Right after I beat my case, I come home. First of all, I'm fucked off, right? I got PTSD because now I know that there's a system out there that's really designed to fuck with us. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm like, and then soon as whatever I had in mind to come out and do, then it was COVID, right? So it's shut down, lockdown, all that shit. So nigga couldn't bounce back. And then as soon as I got ready to bounce back, my son caught COVID and he died. I watched that shit wipe my son out in 6 days, bro. A lot of people, don't believe in it because some people are less affected than others. But the shit really exists. And he was 25 years old. He was 25 years old. It killed him in 6 days. It attacked his lungs and his digestive system and his heart. And he was a good kid, man. His name was Jatwan, and his rap name was Twan Buzzy. And I just try to keep his message going. He was doing a good thing. He had his own business. He had his own cars. He had his own money. He was breeding dogs. He was cultivating marijuana. 25 years old doing his thing, man, and got wiped out by COVID. So,
I'm so sorry.
Man, my
thank you. I
condolences,
appreciate
bro. I
you.
didn't know,
Appreciate
bro,
it.
that for to go through
Yeah,
what you went through to come out to that, bro.
yeah,
Like, God damn, man. Prayers to you and your family, bro. Like, you need some strength, bro, man, for real. Like,
yeah,
God
yeah,
damn, bro.
yeah, man.
What
It was crazy, yo. Because
I know the
oh yeah, I'm
experience
just
of losing my parents. I don't know the experience of losing a child, man. That has to be fucking devastating, my nigga. And especially
I
to
wouldn't I
the
wouldn't
go
I
ahead.
wouldn't wish it on nobody. No, I was just saying I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody because it ain't no rule book to it. Like, network, he checks on me all the time
I
and he
do.
constantly motivates me like, to come out of it, like, snap out of it. Um and I appreciate shit like that. It's other individuals in the game that they call me and they try to, keep me motivated because some days is easier than others, but it never get better, bro. Because shit ain't nothing. That's just that's my seed, man. And shit, I ain't gonna cry on you on this motherfucker, but man,
Bro,
that shit.
you don't nah, you just learn how to deal with it, bro. You never get over it. Motherfuckers
Yeah,
act like you get over it. Nah, you just learn how to cope with it. And then certain things that trigger you. You'll hear a song or something that you and your peeps used to listen to. Or
man,
you'll do something that y'all used to do and you start breaking in tears. You'll have those moments.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So I
You
know,
know
bro. Period.
exactly.
And then at the end of the day, bro, like you have a guardian angel over your shoulder that's gonna make sure you right out here in the spiritual world and in the
Appreciate
physical
that.
world, man. You know what I
Man.
mean?
I accept.
I
I
know,
receive.
bro. Like when my mom and my dad died, 5 on it, came out and that shit went did what it did. That had to be some works from God, bro. We are some
Sorry,
niggas, little snotty
man.
nosed niggas that nobody knew. To go three
Right.
times them on the first round, my nigga. That's some shit by God, man. That's some shit
Yeah.
with your angels working for you. Feel me? Your guardians up there, like, hey, you know what I mean? So you got protection and you got blessings, bro. Just know that
Amen.
Like that.
from a
Amen.
whole nother level that people don't even know about. You know what I mean? I'm a very spiritual dude, man. I walk
Come on.
around the mall and the fortune tellers and shit come to me like I see like they see the aura
Spirit on
and
you, yeah. They see that
yeah,
spirit
I
on
believe
you.
it's right.
mm-hmm.
Radiating
So
off of you, man.
man,
I,
you
I
one of
just,
the
I just,
ones, dude.
yeah. Thank you, man. I just had to, I just wanted to put that out there, man, so that people
Yeah,
just,
for real.
just understand, like, what type of individual you're dealing with, or what type of headspace I may be in sometimes, and I could
Bro, but
always
you
use
didn't
uplifting.
you didn't took it from two parts of the game. You didn't seen the game to where they try to take us out in the prison system, and you didn't seen the game to where I think it's a pandemic. I think that was population control, allegedly.
Right,
I mean,
Message.
I think they really put that out there to wipe a lot of people out. You know what I
right,
mean? Period. You know,
right.
my cousin Karen, I mean my cousin Keandra
Mhm.
died from COVID. She worked at Henry J.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Kaiser on in North Oakland.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? She was the president, you know what I mean? So she'd be in the office and shit, you know what I mean? So she wasn't even in the medical room, you know, just going through the elevator to her office, she died. You know what I mean? So that shit is serious. And she was young. She wasn't old, you know what I mean? My age, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Manager, president, whatever you could be at Kaiser Hospital out there in North Oakland. You know what I mean? That's what she was, and she died. You know what I mean? I just working at the
Yeah.
hospital, bro. So that shit is serious, bro. So I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. It's not a game. I still wear a mask on the airplane. They wonder why. I'm
Come
like,
on.
nigga, I almost died. I had an out
Yeah.
of body experience when I caught the shit the first time. Nigga, I
Um,
seen my body outside. Nigga, my spirit nigga came out. I was this close, nigga. When as soon as I snapped out of it, nigga, called my wife like, we gotta make the wheel right now. I almost died.
yeah,
Literally, like
right,
I could barely breathe, nigga. Like, nigga, the worst, nigga. Like you can't even breathe. Like you struggling for air, my nigga. Like you can't even sleep because you struggling for air, my nigga. You know what I mean? You sleep, you damn near could choke. You know what I mean? Because
right.
you ain't getting no good air. You know what I mean? You could die in your sleep. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been through it,
Ah,
nigga.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about because I caught that shit, and as I was healing, I just cried because I was just like, damn, why he couldn't, what I'm saying? Why did it have to be that way with him? And what I will tell everybody is start juicing, start taking them
Start juicing.
ginger
Yeah.
shots, the ginger cayenne, turmeric shots, you know what I mean? Start using them vegetables and really just, take care of yourself and work out. And, but that juicing is everything. That juicing, drinking that watermelon, that coconut water, all of that stuff is the best thing for us today. And I tell everybody that. And over the time, I ended up uh, becoming a vegetarian because I just would look at how I would eat a burger or something and how it would make me feel. You know what I mean? And when you look at mass production and what they caring about, they just caring about making money. Food ain't like what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? They cloning shit and just trying to make sure that they just getting this shit out to everybody. So what I would just say to everybody is just work out, eat healthy, and put the right natural herbs in your body, and to keep yourself from having that phlegm, catching colds, getting sick, catching the flu, and things of that nature. You got to do extra to fight to live, because I do agree with the allegedly pandemic. I believe that they are, especially trying to attack those in certain communities, certain areas. They always testing on us to try to get it, to try to see what works and what doesn't. So man, just take care of yourself out there, man, and be healthy and just don't think that that COVID shit won't knock your ass off. Cause you know, people still dying from that shit, but they ain't talking about it no more. They on to the next.
Facts. That shit's still a pandemic. Period. Don't take your mask off. They want more people to die. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And they keep on coming out with new versions and new edition. Hey, it's the C32, the C55, the C71,
Exchange
C100,
530.
the
Right.
C2000. Like they keep coming up with more and more goddamn numbers, my nigga, and different variants. It's like, nigga, yeah, I keep my mask on, bro. It ain't safe out here in these streets, man. They trying to eliminate us. And then on your side with the far as the prison industrial system, you know, with this hip hop shit, man. Hip hop is the biggest genre right now in the
Right.
world. So
Right.
you know what I mean? When people are independent and making millions and millions of dollars, where it took people generations to make millions of dollars, they want to knock that down. So now you got all these rappers getting RICO cases by just saying they with a gang. They ain't never shot nobody, killed nobody, ain't never sold no dope. I'm just with a gang. I probably got pulled over with some dope, but that's it. I ain't sold it. I ain't got a drug house going to trap house. I'm just, you know, boom, I'm part of a gang. I was raised up. Now they got these injunctions and shit and all this type of shit to route, you know, I mean, just to do what they did with the mob. You know, they couldn't get John
Right.
Gotti. They had to come up with the RICO.
Tax
Just you being
evasion,
affiliated with people.
Yeah.
How I
Yeah.
could arrest you. You know what I mean? So now they working out with the rappers. And I purely think it's because we're too successful. We making too much money and they want to shut that shit down from the inside out. What you think, Juice, by you experience, you being a rapper that got pushed through all the bullshit with the government? How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's selective. Um, because there's a lot of cats that's out here doing shit and they just rapping, right? Um, but what I've always learned, you know, even with going through what we went through at Hunter's Point, like it was a lot of cats that had a bunch of money. Um, but when the bodies got into the situation, that's when they came. So, you know, they're doing the things that they need to do to get cash because I think a lot of us, like okay, so when we was coming up, our generation, we had older homies who told us like, oh, okay, you know, you hustling, you doing this, whatever, get your company, get in the real estate game, you know, do this, do that, whatever the case may be. Information is so much accessible. Money is so easy to make these days. The internet and everybody can go viral. All cats really care about is drilling and what people think. And they reckless. They reckless on these phones. We come on, yuck. You know, we quit doing that shit years ago. What? Nigga, you say the wrong thing on the phone, nigga. I'm like, you probably never talk to me again. You see what I'm
Man,
saying?
we come from the beeper days, nigga, where you had to call a nigga on the payphone, nigga. The fuck,
You know what I'm
on
saying?
the rotary phone, nigga. Like, come
You know
on,
what I
man.
mean? Like that
Yeah.
Nextel, you know, that Nextel phone, you know, the Nextel.
That
You know
Nextel
what I'm
chirp,
saying?
had that chirpy
Yeah,
flip
yeah.
and throw that motherfucker away as soon as you done
Get
with
rid
it.
of
That
it.
one call,
Get
it's
rid of
out of
it.
here. I gotta get a
It's
new
out
one.
of there. You
Yeah,
know,
you ain't
and
holding on
so
that motherfucker for months and months and years with that same burnout, nigga. You burnt
and
out, nigga.
just
Now they all
talking,
on you and everybody, nigga.
just talking. And so my thing is that when you guys when you guys out there, you know, got these phones like this and y'all talking and y'all doing the things that you're doing for one, if you are doing anything illegal, you should not be rapping. I'm just gonna keep it 100. You know what I mean? Because you bringing attention on yourself. If you hustling and you making money and you really out there getting that bag, why would you want to look like Lil Baby? See what I'm saying? Like, why would you want them to be knowing what you're doing? You know what I mean? I've been in situations where it could be a motherfucker right next to you in traffic or be a millionaire and you'll never know who he is or what he doing because he ain't got no jewelry on. He not doing none of that shit. He just getting to the bag. You see what I'm saying? So even though I know that they're creating these systems, yuck, I know I agree with you, but niggas is helping them. These niggas
Mm.
helping them, you know, create these cases, stack up this information. You've been running your mouth on the motherfucking phone for 10 years. Nigga, you don't know who finna tell on you and what they gonna tell on you about. because you've been doing so much shit for the last 10 years and you've been talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know Bobby over here done caught a case over here somewhere, and you don't know he done caught a case. So now he telling, you know what I mean? And he done put you in the fold. So that's my thought process, just being an individual that come from it. Like, yeah, we know that they coming after us because they feel like we the wrong ones to be having money. But also we got to be held accountable for the dumb shit that we be doing. And we have to figure out a way to um, close that generational gap between the OGs like ourselves, network, you know what I'm saying? And start being able to talk to these young cats so they can listen and get some real game. You know what I mean? Because running out there trying to think that you know it all is what's getting y'all fucked off. And y'all not listening to the cats who can really, give you some game on how to survive in this shit. Because it doesn't matter if I had $1 million and I don't got it no more. Don't, as a youngster, don't sit back and go, I don't want to hear nothing that they got to say because he used to be rich and he broke. No, you do want to hear what I got to say because I'm gonna tell you how not to go broke, how not to end up like me. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
When I was in the
Mhm.
when I
Facts.
was in the penitentiary, right? When I was in the penitentiary, uh, I was getting my brief done, and now this is Walla Walla. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Walla Walla, and I got to get my brief done so I can be able to uh, uh, file my petition for my appeal. And there was this white boy who was a Aryan Nation shot caller, and his name was Scott Freeberg. You could Google him. Um, that's the motherfucker who did my brief, bro. That put all of my issues in there that traveled over to my main appeal today. You know what I'm saying? Because and dude used to be racist and he didn't stab black people and all the shit, but he changed his life. And his whole thing was fighting the system, right? Um, you know, there was dudes in there who were gay. You know what I'm saying? And they knew case law. So what you gonna do? You gonna be worried about a motherfucker thinking that you and this dude got something going on, or is you gonna go sit down and talk to this gay dude who know what the fuck he doing to get you out and get you home? You see what I'm saying? So we got to stop being closed minded and dealing with the people who we dealing with just because we care about what somebody else over here think that really ain't finna do shit for you. Why am I
Message.
caring? Why am I caring about what he thinking? Oh, you over there talking to that gay dude. Oh, you over there talking to that racist white boy. No, these motherfuckers is over here helping me. What the fuck is you doing? See what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts. And then
So,
that boom, I'm glad you
go
said
ahead.
that because that's what America's trying to separate. They're trying to create a race war on top
Right,
of what they're doing with the hip hop. I know it's a war on hip hop. It used to be the war on drugs, the war on black. It's the war on hip hop right now. The same
right,
shit they used to do with the drug game, they doing in hip hop. But
right,
they don't want us to unite. You know what I mean? That's why they got these provocateurs on the internet and all over social media to, you know what I mean, do the divide shit. Like, I'm gonna say one thing: the Panthers had the Rainbow Coalition, where it had everybody, and they were just
mm,
against fuck shit that the government and the police was doing. Period. You know what I mean? And speaking up for their
right,
rights. So at the end of the day, it can be done, and it was done. But when it was done, they wiped them out. They didn't want that done, my nigga. So what you speaking is what they're afraid of, man. You use a white guy that was you didn't use him, but you got help from a white
right,
guy that was Aryan brotherhood, you know what I mean, that changed and wanted to help you, you know what I mean, against the system, a gay brother, a sister, whatever they want to call themselves. You know, he
right.
helped you, she helped you. They knew the law,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
right,
So
right,
yeah, and you out right now. So what the fuck is the problem? You know what I mean?
right,
Period. My thing is this, man. I have white family, nigga. My wife is half white.
right,
So I don't play the race card shit. And then far as the gay people, nigga, my uncle was gay, but he was one of the biggest drug dealers in Oakland. You know what I mean? Put me on the game, put my family on the game, was beating up kingpins and all types of real gangster shit. He wasn't no fairy, like prison nigga, buff and shit and tough, the tough nigga, not the fairy. You know what I mean? Selling hella dope, but he was gay.
Heavy.
You know what I mean? It was my favorite
That's
uncle, nigga. Made sure we had everything, nigga. But took care of me, my sisters, and everybody. When my father went to jail, but yeah, my gay uncle, Michael, nigga, and had the nigga Funk Town lit, downtown lit, nigga, everything lit. Everybody buying dope from this nigga, real nigga. And everybody respected him. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't out there lollipopping and giggling, holding hands and kicking sand. Whatever he did, nobody ever seen it. You know what I mean? Period. And that's how that shit used to be back in the day. Nowadays, just everywhere. I just hate the image it gives to the kids. That's it. But other than that, man, we all could be cool. That's what the government and the media is doing. That's not what the people is doing out there. You know, they're not making these programs and shit. It's you know, the people above. You know what I mean? We can't blame that on the other people. So, you know, I ain't got no problem with nobody. You just had a great ass story about, you know, everybody unifying for a cause, bro. And it got you home, my nigga. So salute that.
Amen. Salute.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And it's like I sit back and I think about it, and because it's like when you in prison, everything is in close proximity. So whatever you are, or whatever you claim to be, or whatever you portray to be, you're gonna have to stand on that because as soon as you walk out your cell, you're right there in it. Ain't no going to no gated community and like nah, we right there. You know what I mean? And you got to go to that main line. You got to walk that yard. But the thing is this. Um, um, what is this thing that?
But
Um,
no, just back to just the system. You know what I mean? That just fucking people over. It's a war on hip hop. It's a war on just the minorities.
well,
Period.
what I wanted to say was that in prison you got to coexist, right? The
Right.
white boys is in there. We all working out on the yard. You know what I'm saying? The essays is in there. The UCEs is in there. The Asians is in there. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is in there, and we all got to coexist. We all got to eat together. We all got to do. It's all about respect. That's how they keep the balance in the penitentiary. It's not the penitentiary and the officers that run the prisons, but it's the inmates, and it's because of respect. It is what it is. And the reason why I say that to elaborate on you saying that the system and the government is designed to try to make us be against each other, because when I walked past the table with the white boys that was racist, two or three of them jumped up and was like, "Oh, hey, Juice, what's up, man? Oh man, damn, I'm glad to see you, but I ain't glad to see you in here. But man, I grew up listening to the Boys of Fullies and all the shit, right?" When I walk off, I'm still listening, and I can hear the other white boys going, "Why the fuck you talking to that black guy for?" And dude was like, "Shut up. That's the same dude you listening to on your player." You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
wow.
it's the status quo, and it's the perspective, right? Um, another example I give you that goes to what you're saying. I had a guy who makes clothes. He walked into a restaurant and he saw a Latino cat wearing his shirt. And he walked up to dude and was like, that's my clothing brand you got on, man. Thanks for the support." And dude was like, "Nah, And he looked him up and down, and he walked out the restaurant and took the shirt off and put another shirt on and came back in the restaurant. See what I'm saying? And this is a part of the racism divide, you know, that the Latinos can't be cool with the blacks, and the whites can't be cool with the blacks, and you know, you can't be this way, you know. And if you is Lady Divinity still here? Yep.
Yeah, she here. Hold on. Let me unmute her. Yep, she in the building. Lady Divinity, say what's up. Unmute your mic. Because I unmuted her. She got to unmute her shit. Lady, what's
Oh,
up?
okay.
Lady Divinity, say what's up to Juice.
I
Hello.
can I can't hear.
Her ass is not talking. Her mic is on. Is she in the
Hello.
building?
Oh, there she
Lady,
go.
what's
All right.
happening with you? Hello?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, her ass ain't here. Anyway, man, talk your shit, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. But
Nah, she's still in the building. She just ain't talking no shit. She probably, you know what I mean, take you never know, getting a drink.
but it's all
Something.
it's all good. But I was just, just wrapping that point up
Hey,
about
let's take it to some music shit, bro.
let's go.
Um, I noticed a lot of people start migrating to Sacramento, man, and you was one of them. You know what I mean? I
All
seen
right.
Mac Dre move out there. I seen my nigga Keep the Sneak move out there. You had the farm boy shit going out there. Um,
Mhm,
Jay Styling moved out there. It was a lot of y'all
mhm.
niggas out there, bro. I start seeing you push the B card, my nigga. Now you know in Oakland we don't gang bang. So when I start
Right.
seeing you push the B line, I never knew Juice was a blood, man. So did you go to Sacramento and get down with it, or was you always a blood?
Um, I went to Sacramento and got down with it, but I was a kid. I was like 11, 12 years old. Um,
So you was in
I got
Sac before you was rapping.
yeah, because you got to remember, yuck. Um, my rap name used to be Blood Box. I was a blood before I became Juice.
I
See what I'm
never
saying?
knew that. That's what we
Right.
always ask a nigga, man. What's your first rap name and what's your first rap song, my nigga?
Right,
We gonna get
right, right.
you took care of
Everybody,
that question.
yeah, and then just being out there in Valencia Gardens in San Francisco, it was Bloods there, and it was Crips and Patrol Hill and things of that nature. And then we go a little deeper. We can't forget about San Jose with the 7th Street Crips, and you know how shit go in the Bay Area. But I do definitely respect my 415 and Kumi people who stand on the principles of we don't do this in the Bay.
Yes, I'm back.
And and my thing is that to say it ain't no Bloods or Crips in the Bay is to like to say it ain't no Bay niggas in LA. Now I don't
Nah,
mean
I said no
no, no, no,
Bloods or
no.
Crips.
I'm talking. I'm,
I
I'm
said
I'm talking
Oakland.
about yeah, Oakland. Okay, yeah, got you. All right.
I said
So
Oakland. I said we ain't got no
no, I
Bloods or
got you.
Crips in
I got you.
Oakland. Yeah, I ain't
I
say
got
the
you. Yeah,
Bay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
said
No,
Oakland.
Oakland don't
Yeah.
Oakland. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. My homeboys Pokey and Danny. Cherry Street. Meadowview Mob. You know what I mean? That's where it all started. Right there in South Sac Garden Block. Um,
Garden
and I was
Bleezy.
I was a
Okay.
kid. I was a kid, and then from there, what I'm saying, I I moved to Oak Park, you know, and that's what it is, bro. At the end of the day, before Juice the rapper, before you know Messy Marv, before any of that shit, you know what I'm saying? I was a blood, and my family is Bloods and Crips, so it's a generational thing. You know what I'm saying? I got brothers, and I got over 300-400 relatives out there in Sacramento. So Sacramento always had a special place with me since I was a kid, going back and forth to the family reunions out there and all the shit. But where that started is on Cherry Street, and everybody know Pokey. They know Big Pokey, and they know Big Danny. Rest in peace, little Barton, little Carlton. Um, and all my family from 29th Street, Garden Block Crip, and so forth and so on. So I'm glad you asked that question because then it goes to the point of a motherfucker trying to assume anything or say anything just because, and a lot of niggas didn't even know me then when I was younger. You know what I mean? So what do you really know? I think that because people made it such a forefront topic that a lot of people might have thought like, oh, this just happened and they just started and blah 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 blah. No, you have to remember one thing, yuck, and we just keeping it a buck. They always dismiss about that blood shit, but they never came at me. See what I'm saying? Because niggas know I've been doing this shit since I was a kid. You see what I'm saying? And I got put on this sack. Straight up.
Nigga, that's crazy, man. You sent the alley oop. I want to go two places, man. But let's
Let's
talk about
go.
let's talk about mess, man. Because the bullies with the fullies, man. That's iconic like group album, nigga. Like that's like 3 times crazy, my nigga. Like from Frisco though, like nigga, that's
Right.
how iconic that was, nigga. Legendary, bro. So break down how you decide to team up with Mess and how y'all even came up with the whole bullies with fully concept and what I mean how y'all got the rocket from the rip.
Well, the Bullies of Fullies concept came from my homeboy, the Buster, 415, rest in peace. Um, I was on a third and Crusader in Hunters Point, and I got into a fight with a nigga, knocked him out, um, and he acted like he wanted to reach, and you know, nigga took the gun from him or whatever, you know. And when I went back to 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 go see my homeboy, you know how you remember in Boys in the Hood where what's the name, the one that had the pacifier in his mouth, how he would always be telling the stories like, nigga, I just shot these niggas, and he would everybody be like, nigga, you lying. Well, anyway, I was sitting over there talking to my homeboy, the Buster, and he was like, nigga, you a bully with a fully. And I was like, ooh. So he gave me that name. I'm like, man, I'm finna turn it into a project. And then that's how I went, and I was like, cause yuck, I always been the one that always wanted to fuck with y'all coming from the city. I was always bridging that gap, doing shit with everybody, 3 times crazy, you, in everybody. And
Nigga,
so then I
you bought
started,
you hold on. You bought Mitchie Slick to the Bay. Like, come on,
right,
bro. Like I ain't
right,
heard about Mitchie Slick until you brought that nigga to the Bay. So come on, man. And Mitchie is lit
right,
today right now because of you, nigga. So you was tapped in with everybody. You was one of the first niggas that was fucking with everybody, not just from
right.
Frisco, nigga. Everybody, nigga. Period.
Everybody, everybody, DJ Durr, everybody, styling everybody. But the thing is that when I did that, that's how I got the Bullets with Fully's name. Now speeding it up, how the situation with Mess when it came into play. Well, I was on top of my game in Frisco, and I was at the throne in Hunters Point. You know, RBL had already did their thing and they moved on, so I was at the reign. I was sitting on the throne, and then Mess was the hottest nigga in Filmo. So I wanted to keep the legacy going. Now, Filmo and Hunters Point always been at odds. So again, I was creating a situation where I was bridging a gap that wasn't supposed to be done. Creature Man is my uncle. I don't know if you know Big Creature Man, Yuck, but Creature Man is uncle, and that's Mess Big Homeboy. And then my homeboy, you remember T Facts from Big Block. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
T Facts. You know what I'm saying? T Facts was like, do it. You should do that with Mess. So me, Mess, T Facts, Creech, we all in the studio. We put it together. Now it was pushback from that because it's a lot of cats from Hunters Point that's in prison for life behind some Fillmore shit. It's a lot of cats from Fillmore that's in prison behind some Hunters Point shit. But we still decided to push through that with the blessings of both sides, and that's how we created the Bullies with Fullies. I went and got Mess. So Bullies with Fullies is mine, but I went whoever I want to do a collaboration with. That's what I go and do. So I went and got Mess. I felt like Mess was the hottest at the time, and I felt like it was going to be a good look. And we put together some iconic shit. I didn't know Mess before that. I was too busy in the streets gangbanging, doing all the other shit. So Mess was over there in Fillmore. I didn't know him. I had never even met him. You see what I'm saying? And then when that situation transpired, that's when me and Mess started to build from there. What was the other question you asked me?
Could I land on something real quick?
Go
Go
there.
ahead, Noah.
Go there. Well, cause I want to talk about my experience with you. Like when I met you and you was with Get Paid. Remember that? You was with over there
Yeah.
with Mike and them. And that's when
Hmm.
I met you and stuff. And I really wasn't around the mob figures back then like that, but I met Jack kind of through you through that situation. You know what I'm saying? You had the whole thing with you was running the whole get paid campaign. You know what I'm saying? And with Showcase magazine and all the stuff. That's how we got tied in and stuff. But I will say about you, your work ethic is phenomenal. You always
Right on
reinvented
network.
yourself. No, and this is just speaking on some real shit because me and you've been friends. We've done a project together, you and I,
Yeah,
KLG,
right.
and we've
Coming
done
home
business
quickly.
together.
Hmm.
Yeah, with DJ. Shout out to DJ Rick Lee.
Right.
And like I said, you always reinvented yourself, and I've always known that. When you did the Bullies with Fullies, I told you back then. I said, dude, you got one here. Remember when I
Right.
told you that when you started doing the Bullies with
Yeah.
Fullies? And remember I was like, hey man, you need to start doing that shit with different people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing
Mm-hmm.
exclusive. Yeah, network put it on for that. Go there.
Start doing your
But
start doing your collaborations and
sure.
shit.
But let everybody know all the bullies and fullies you did. You Messa, Jacka.
I did Killer Tay and Asian Man. And I
Mm-hmm.
caught and Asian Man is a relative. Uh, a lot of people don't know that, but Asian Man is a relative of mine. And we caught him
Hold
like
on,
right.
what you mean relative? You related? Like that's one of your
Oh
cousins or
no,
something?
no, that's my kids. That's my kids' blood through my baby mama.
Wow, exclusive.
Yeah. So
Exclusive.
we had family
Exclusive.
reunions.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
you know, nah, for real. Like,
That's
he
dope.
came in.
That's hella dope.
He spoke at my son's funeral. He was one of the main pastors that did the reading and stuff for my son. Because that's his
That's
blood.
hella dope.
Um,
Shout out to AG, man.
Shout
yeah,
out to
AGE.
Asian man.
Uh,
Hey,
go
but
ahead, yeah.
but nah, man, like a lot of shit going down with Mess, man. He got out of jail, he signed with Mozzie, you know what I mean? No, really, when he got out of jail, he did the thing
Cookies.
with Burn. He did the thing with Burn. Burn, the big ass money in the hotel room and shit. It was looking all gravy and shit. You know what I mean? Then he signed to Mozzie, got the Mozzie chain. He putting out music and shit. And then we see bruh in Tent City. And then everybody start dissing my bruh. You know what I mean? Like, how you feel about that? You know what I mean? Like nigga, Mess was the nigga, been the nigga,
Period.
the hottest nigga in the Bay. Me
Period.
personally, nigga, I was one of the first ones to voice out, like, nigga, come on, nigga, stop acting like that, nigga. Without Mess, nigga, some of you niggas won't even be who you are
That's
without
facts.
Mess, my nigga. Period.
Well,
So,
well,
and you niggas rap like Mess stole his style, hating on Mess, can't wait for a nigga to fall off so you can replace him, all that type of dumb shit going down, man. I don't appreciate that. How you feel, man, that being your nigga and your rap partner, bro?
well, my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Um, on the situation, you got to remember, I was in the pen when all that shit happened. Um, but you just gotta understand that it's always underlying hating. It's the underlying hating. It's the shit that you don't see that a motherfucker's holding against you. So once they see a reason that they can fall all the way out with you, that's what they choose to do. Um, I don't like it. Um, I think they dug into him because they could, because he was at a vulnerable state. Um, but what the world has witnessed with Mess, I've been dealing with it all these years. And you know, Chuck, street cat Chuck, he can contest to that, because he asked me one day like why I'm not saying nothing about him or whatever. And I told him because I'm a real friend. Um, I've been dealing with Mess in his drug addiction. Even the whole time we did the Bullies with Fullies, he was getting high. Um, but when you got when your love is genuine with somebody, um, you be a friend for him, And so I never looked down on Mess because he was getting high, because I just knew like it could be a collective of things that's you know causing him to be the way that he's being. Um, Everybody dissing him, and I'm pretty sure they got their reasons, whoever they are. Um, but I still love him, and um, for the cats who are saying whatever they saying, whatever, what I do want to say is this: free Mess. Uh, if Mess get out today and get in that studio and drop a real disobeyish album, he gonna outsell all you niggas, outshine all you niggas. And he a nigga
Go
that could go
there.
on he a nigga that could go on tour right now and eat off just his catalog. Period. So Mess, get your mind right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm home. You feel me? And just keeping it a buck, man. I got individuals in this game that we got personal relationships and they got their reasons for why they coming at him the way that they came at him. But just like I sat down and had a talk with E40, you know, it was at the 420 show right before I fell. I seen E40 I seen E40 on a Saturday. I seen E40 on a Saturday, and then and then I went to court that Monday. And me and E40 was sitting down talking, and he was like, "Man, what's wrong with your brother?" And I was like, "Man, what's wrong with your nephew?" And we laughed it off. But I just explained to 40, them drugs, they fuck with Mess. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he'll say some shit that, make a motherfucker mad. And I'm not trying to, enable, any type of shit that he say out his mouth like it's right, because I don't agree with anything that he could have possibly have said, about Mac Dre or anything like that. But what I will say is that, when people is on drugs, um, you just kind of gotta step back and just take a look at an individual and just see what's really going on. Like, is it even worth it to get into it with him? You know what I'm saying? When he ain't in his right mind, because the Mess I know that's in his right mind is a good dude. See what I'm
That's
saying? Like,
facts.
the real Mess, like the Mess that I was around, he's a good dude. He the type of cat that'll pick my sons up and buy him some four wheelers or something, or buy him some the new Jordans or whatever. He a good dude like that.
When
Mess in
Mess
his
got
right
money,
mind.
he share.
Mess don't give a fuck about money. That's that's
Facts.
that's Mess. He gonna pay for whatever. This the Mess I know. This the Mess who we staying at the Ritz and running and jumping in the water and eating gator nuggets, and you know what I mean. Like, Mess is a good dude. You know what I'm
He is.
saying? But them drugs fucked him up, and the world was able to see what he was going through behind closed doors. It got the best of him. And we done seen it happen with a lot of cats that we know, them being big time ballers, and nigga got hooked on their own product. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is to just, let's just continue to keep praying for Mess, and hopefully he
Yeah,
come from
man.
up under this situation that he up under, and get back to this music, man, and get the right company around him. Get some real niggas around him. Cause there's some niggas out here that love Mess, man. So why everybody running around thinking that, it's just whatever and everybody turned on him and this and that? Nah, that ain't the case. You see what I'm saying? Cause
But
Mess get his mind right.
you know
Mess
how
get his
many
mind. Go ahead, I'm listening.
you know how many help teams I sent to get this nigga money and to take this nigga to a hotel or something. He wouldn't accept it. He just want the money. And
Yeah, facts. Hey,
like,
that's real
I done
shit. Yeah.
sent niggas
Yeah.
to pull up on this nigga. Like, what you need to stay at, nigga? Hotel rooms, everything. Like, nigga, get a nigga the money and a nigga wiggle, nigga. You don't want nothing else but some money.
Hey,
Period.
but
So when you try to send that help out and a nigga don't accept it, like, what can you do? Bro, that's like when a motherfucker got to really
hey,
work on self. You know what I mean? Because everybody try to help him. I know I can name two handfuls of
I
motherfuckers
helped him.
through
I
there.
helped him too.
Yeah, that
You
done
know what
went
he
through
told?
there
That's
and
the
he want
thing.
some money.
Well, that's the
You know?
thing. He gotta, this situation, hopefully this situation got him really, thinking, because when you get locked up, that's all you got is time to think. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so hopefully this is giving him some time to think, and he come from up under it, because you can't save a brother who don't want to be saved. So, your good deeds is gonna come from the most high above, yeah, because your heart is in the right place. So the
That's
action was
fast.
done. You see what I'm saying? But Mess mind wasn't right. So there's nothing you can do when a nigga out there chasing that dragon, man.
Hey, Juice, you know what he
Period.
told
Point
me
blank.
one time? You know what Mess told me one time? It was me and Lee Major. I was talking to Mess and I sent him some money and I said, Mess, what's up, man? What's going on? And I swear to God, that fool told me straight up, me and Lee Major, he said straight up, he said, Network, I'm gonna be honest with you. He said, I'm more happy now than I've ever been in my life, Network. He said, Network, I'm out here in Tent City. He told me straight up, I swear to God, but he told me, he said, Network, I'm fucking happy, man. He goes, I don't give a fuck. I get high. People love me. They feed me. They treat me like a fucking king out here, Network. And he, Network, I don't give a fuck. It sound like Tent City, but I'm out here fucking eating shrimp, lobster tails. Motherfuckers is barbecuing every day. We drinking every day. We getting high. He goes, Network, it's like my vacation. That's what that nigga told me, but he told me and leave that shit. He said he
Mm,
don't give a fuck. He said out there, he ain't got to worry about motherfuckers, whatever they think. He said people loved him in Tent City, bro. He said they were treating him like a fucking king.
mm.
That's facts.
I still
Don't
say,
think Tent City. Every nigga with
I,
two
I
story
still say,
house over there.
I still say, even that, still he can, it's the drugs, bro. Like
Facts,
for real, never. Like
facts,
I know Mess love his son. Like I've been around this dude. This dude like finding things in life. You dig what I'm
facts.
saying? We talk about it
Mhm.
in his lyrics because he experienced it. So, and another thing, not to enable him, but just to say, from me being on the inside looking out from the outside looking in, is that this internet whooped his head too. You see what I'm saying? Because Mess don't come from the internet world. So he decided to dive into that type of shit and doing shit that causes you to go viral. And you end up in the crest talking about where J Diggs at with a chopper on you. And it's kids out there. And it's parents out there. And it's people out there that don't got shit to do with nothing that's going on with what you're talking about. And so, and then that situation turned around and ended up backfiring or whatever it did or whatever the case may be. And when he signed with Mozzie, I knew that situation wasn't going to last because he get high. When they told me when I was in the pen, they like, oh, Mess finna sign with Mozzie. I said, well, good luck with that, but that shit ain't gonna work. Because if y'all don't know how to deal with Mess, if y'all don't know, you know, how he micro doses when he get high, it's gonna crash. You gotta really, really, really know how to deal with an individual like Mess, man. And it's just a real intricate and real tricky situation. Cause Mess the type of motherfucker, you say the wrong thing, he gonna change his phone number on you and never talk to you again for a couple years. But man, much love to Mess, bro. Hold your head, free Mess. I'm putting it into the universe, and you know, if you out there hating on Mess and he ain't actually really done nothing to you personally, cut that shit out, man. Be your own man and stand on principle and hold motherfuckers accountable who you with, who you hanging around. If you see one of your homeboys doing some sucker shit, then tell them they doing some sucker shit. Because there ain't no reason for everybody to just be having something to say about Mess all of a sudden. Let the people who really got an issue with them speak their piece. Everybody else, you a bag of popcorn or chewing some pistachios and watch the movie, man.
Period, man. Free Mess, man.
Free
Straight up.
mass.
And look, I'm ending on this one, man, nigga. Um, every rap nigga got they fix. You know what I mean? Every rap nigga go in the studio and do they 1-2 and come out and make a masterpiece. You know what I mean? So Mess, whatever he was doing, he was making masterpieces and shit. So I don't hold nobody accountable for what they do to
Right.
make their music. When I made the 100 racks with the nigga, whatever he ducked off in the bathroom and did, that nigga came back and knocked out the whole album quicker. Nigga, I couldn't catch up with the nigga. He was knocking out songs in 5 minutes, nigga. I'm like, nigga, I ain't write that fast, nigga. He played the song one time, I got the verse. Next song, one time, I got the verse. Like, he was quick as fuck with it. We knocked out the whole 100 racks album in one studio session. We had like a 6-hour session. I want to say a 5-hour session. That whole album was knocked out quick
That shit
because
was
of that nigga
slapping.
had the pay catch up. You hit 100 racks, I'm on the second verse on every goddamn song. Cause he went, he was first. He was gassing whatever he was on, nigga. Nigga had that nigga on gas a mondo. He was knocking that shit out quick. So I made a lot of money with that nigga, bro. So I
Yeah,
could
you
never
did.
disrespect the nigga that helped me pay my bills, you know, help me feed my kids. You know what I mean? I could never do that. So when niggas was going bad on him, I'm like, nigga, I done made 100 bands with one project with Mess. Nigga, I ain't never made that with none of you niggas talking shit. So this my
Right.
nigga. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, nigga. All y'all niggas got to fix. So let me talk about y'all niggas popping y'all pills and y'all perks and y'all Xannies and y'all motherfucking heroin, all the shit y'all do. Let's talk about what everybody do. Bring all that shit to the table. If you wanna go there. But I made 100 bands with this nigga. You know what I mean? A couple times, nigga. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about this nigga. All you niggas on dope.
Like I
Right.
love
And
man.
and
All
and
you niggas
and
on dope.
the thing is that you know, Mess. I think more so of the extra hate is just people just dick riding. You know how they do. You make a post, you hating on a nigga, motherfuckers gonna jump in the comments. All of a sudden, they on your side and not really knowing what the situation is. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not enabling the things that he did. He's definitely offended some individuals, but I don't believe that he's done nothing to the point to where there can't be no reconciliation. You know what I'm saying? In a situation, however that may come about, is some individuals that may not want to forgive him for something that he did, and there's some that maybe can be reconciled. But I still love bruh. And
I still
free
love him
mess.
too.
And he come home, nigga, we gonna do a bullets with fullies. You feel me? And,
Absolutely, absolutely. And then niggas make
Exclusive.
mistakes. Niggas make mistakes. Nobody perfect, my nigga.
oh
You
man,
know.
we
Yeah.
all done something wrong to somebody to where an individual could, you know, take it there with us or fall out with us, man. You know, and that's the thing. Like, let me see how I want to say it. So I know we're gonna wrap this up, but I want to say it like this. Look at yourself and the mistakes that you made before you judge another motherfucker. If you look at a motherfucker and they done something that you ain't never done before, then speak on it. But if you've done something to offend somebody like another individual has, then give that person the benefit of the doubt like you would give yourself or like somebody has already given you. You see what I'm
Facts.
saying? I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Feel me?
Back to Sacramento, man. You made a wave, man. You made a
Sack team.
wave, a tidal wave, man. Shout out to Labs. Shout out to everybody who's fucking with out there, man. So what what made you start fucking with the up and coming rappers out there in Sac? Like what made you want to make that the hub? Like, okay, I'm gonna start, turning on with the Sac niggas.
Because I felt like it was time for Shaq. It was time for the new era to kick in. You know, whether it was Lab, whether it was Mozzie, you know what I'm saying? I was looking for that next new thing, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like SAC didn't have that unification like we got in the Bay. You know what I mean? Like they didn't understand how to work like that. I mean, of course, Sebo did his thing. Of course, Brother Lynch did his thing. Rest in peace, Homicide did his thing. Gangster Dre did his thing. You know, you had Black Market out there; they was doing their thing. Um, but there was nobody else out there that was making no noise. And like I said, I got a special place in my heart for Sacramento because I've been going up back and forth all my life. I got a real deep rooted history with Sacktown. And so I wanted to see the young cats bubble. And I wanted to be an individual that would, step on my shoulders and get to the top. And that's where I was with it. I brought that Bay game and Sack, that hustle that we all know, yuck, you know, with this music industry and this independent lifestyle. And I wanted to bring it to Sac, and I wanted to start putting them guys on because Sac is a market, and it was a big market. And I think a lot of cats overlooked that. We was getting a lot of support from Sacramento. When you check your sound scans and you look at your numbers, Sacramento was a big market. And so I wanted to attack and I wanted to continue to keep attacking. and that's what brought me to Sacramento. As far
Who was the
as
first artist? Who was the first artist you saw fucking with out there?
Damn, T Nutty.
Nutty, my nigga. Yada nutty.
Nutty. That's why you heard him on the Gangster and the Gentleman. I mean, I grew up with Bo, so Bo, a jewel for you. Bo is the one. Bo and Chill Be Dope from Belly High Paru. They're the ones who taught me how to rap in the Boys Ranch. Niggas didn't know that.
Hold on, Sebo taught you how to rap, nigga?
Yeah, Sebo and Chill Be Dope in Slough House County Boys Ranch when he was locked up.
You heard it first on Smoke Lot Radio.
Because before I was Bloodbox, I was Beatbox. So this is before Juice. This is before any of that. We kids, 16, 15 years old. We locked up in the Boys Ranch, and I'm just beatboxing while Bo and Chili is rapping. You see what I'm saying? And right there in that little play area room in the Boys Ranch, I'm in there beating on the table and shit while niggas rapping. Bo used to keep coming in there. He started teaching me how to rap. Him and Chili. And then I performed for my first time at the Boys Ranch in front of everybody. And then from there, you know how I go. You just got to figure it out, come up with a name that's going to fit for everybody, because that Bloodbox shit wasn't working. Because I put out my first album, Bloodbox, and Ready Rock. Rest in peace, Ready Rock. He got murdered, got shot in the head and shit from the VGs from Valencia Gardens. But when I was promoting the Bloodbox, we was passing out the tapes. A lot of Crips didn't want to take it. They was like, oh, nah, we don't fuck with that. And then, Yuck, I don't know if you remember Riot Records back in the days before they became SMC with Will and all of that, and Ralph Tijan and all of them over there. But when we sat down, they was telling me that I needed to come up with a name that I could be able to do a song with Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? So it would have to be something like Juice featuring Mary J. Blige. They were saying back then it couldn't be Bloodbox featuring Mary J. Blige. So that's where the whole change came about, the changing my name, because I wanted everybody to fuck with my music. But that is, really the jewel that I wanted to give you, is to let you know, why, first of all, I know Sean, I know Bo, I know his brother Meek, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been knowing cats since I was a kid. So the history is there. But that's where I learned how to rap at. And that's why I have such a special place in my heart with Sacramento. So T Nutty was one of the first ones that I started fucking with and actually put on wax.
So, okay, nigga, you just gave us this exclusive, nigga. Bo, I just did a whole interview with Bo. Bo ain't never said he taught you how to rap. I ain't asked him about that. I didn't know the history, nigga. But God,
just like niggas don't know the history with the Mind Figure situation. It wouldn't be no Mind Figures album if it wasn't for me. You know that.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Another one, man.
What?
Bo said that he had a talent show to discover these niggas.
No. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the actual album coming out. Remember, Bo went to the pen. The Mind Figures was with me.
Right.
I was going and picking them niggas up and taking them to the studio and bringing them to Bishop Corner, letting them hang on the block with me and Mike, and rest in peace, Nella Wood. You feel me? That was me. They'll all tell you that. Rest in peace, Jacka. But Hustler, FedEx, Rider, they'll all tell you. I had them niggas on the block. I did what needed to be done because Bo went to the pen. So I had to carry on because Mike didn't know what to do. Mike was just the money man. You see what I'm saying? He didn't deal with all that studio shit and all that shit. So I used to have to go to Pittsburgh, go to El Pueblo projects, pick niggas up, bring niggas back to the city. And then I just was like, nigga, fuck it. Nigga, y'all got a home. They didn't have nowhere to go. They didn't have no guidance. Bo was gone. So Jack and all them niggas was hanging on Bishop Corner. AP9, everybody. It was with me. And we put the Mind Figures album out.
Let's go.
In the skull. Got the footage and everything.
Who was they investor?
Who was the investor?
The Arab dude. The Arab dude that went to jail.
I don't know.
That was
I
the
don't know
second.
who.
I
I don't
think
know.
I think that was the second album.
Yeah,
That's
that
when
was the
they left.
second album.
That
Get
was the
paid
second
only
album.
get paid. We only had something to do with the first album. Bo and Mike made the deal. You got to remember, I'm the first nigga that Bo ever did a song with from Frisco. See what I'm saying? I bought Bo to the city, and he was doing donuts in Honus Point and shit. You know what I mean? Down there at Kurt Crumpler's studio down by Hollister by my block. You see what I'm saying? So Mike didn't know Bo. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't know the first thing about fucking with somebody that's rapping from Sacramento. You see what I'm saying? So then when T went to jail, that's when everybody from AWOL, Kim Collette and all them came to work for us. You remember that network? You know, Big
Yeah,
Shadow, everybody,
Yeah, I
huh?
remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Because and then you remember too, yeah, because we shot the movie in the office.
Facts.
And Bo was in prison at that time. And that's
Facts.
when we put the mob figures out. Nigga, the money from remember I dropped Pure Pressure, uh 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 Clear and Present Danger, and If It Ain't Real, It Ain't Official. The money from those 3 albums, nigga, went into the mob figures.
So y'all put y'all money up for the album.
Yeah, they came to me. They came to me in the office and they asked me, did I want to pocket the money or did I want to invest? And I said, fuck it, Mike, let's invest. And that's where the money went to Bo for the mob figures. But Mike and Bo did the deal. Them two did the deal. I just picked up the slack when Bo went to the pen and Mike had to do what he had to do. And I brought the mob figures to Bishop Corner and let them be in Hunters Point. And that was the mob figures birthed out of Hunters Point, out of San Francisco.
Wow, you heard it first on Smoking Out Radio.
Exclusive.
God damn.
That's
so
big.
Wow. So you and the Jacker was hella close.
So, Juice, is there anything?
Go ahead.
Oops.
What you say, Lady
Are
Divinity?
you working on any new music? Can you
Oh
hear me?
yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm working on. I don't really want to give cats a heads up on what artists I'm working with, but right now the first project that I'm gonna be dropping is with my boy June on the Beat. Shout out June on the Beat. We got a classic project. I'm gonna be doing another Bullies with Fullies, and keeping that legacy going. And I'm gonna be I got some really really super dope collaboration projects getting ready to come out. But the first one I want everybody to get ready for is that one with me and June on the Beat. We ain't quite got the title yet, but if you don't follow me, you can follow me at The Real Juice, TheRealGuce, on Instagram, on Twitter, and just stay informed with everything that I got going on. So get ready for that new June on the Beat and Juice. That shit finna go crazy.
Most definitely. Would you consider also being an A&R to like discover new talent since you've had so much experience yourself?
Hell yeah. I would love to. I would love to be a part of, picking out talent. It's just so much that it just like Yuck said, there's so much that comes with me, but I wasn't thinking like how things is today. I wasn't thinking like that back then. I just was always just trying to put niggas on and show niggas how to do what it is to be done. Today, now we got to do business because there's money to be made. But I know how to pick them from Larry June, Mozzie, Filthy Rich, Jay Stalin. I mean, my figures. The list goes on and on of motherfuckers that what I'm saying, that I've been fucking with and recognizing these guys as stars in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that Stand Up Guys is the first project that Mozzie was on. I put that out.
Exclusive.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And Jay Stalin career took off when we did the Giants and the Elephants. See what I'm saying? Like
I
he's
forgot
got
about
plenty.
that. I forgot about that album, The Giants and Elephants. That was
Right.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just the list just goes on and on. You got to remember, I had Larry June with me all the time, me and his dad. He just finished doing the interview. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about it. You know, who inspired you? He was Bullies with Fullies. Where did you get your hustle from? Well, I was a kid. I was selling the Bullies with Fullies CDs. When did you know? When did you first meet Ghazi? I was with Juice, and Juice was doing this, and you know what I mean. Like I was always there, believing in these guys and knowing that they was gonna be stars. And so, you know, shout out to them and salute to everybody. Yuck. Always been a fan of your work. You're my brother. I love you, man. Um, you know, you
Yeah, yeah.
inspire me a lot. You inspire me a lot. Um, nigga, you still top five as one of the niggas coming out of the West Coast with bars. I mean, you know, it just is what it is. Like it's just I I've always been like that. If Juice fucks with you, you that guy. And that's what Bullies with
Fact.
Fullies mean. You know what I'm saying? If Juice do a song with you, that's credibility. And I stand on that. Because if you're not ready, we not gonna work. But when you ready, we gonna work because I'm giving you that. I'm kicking open the door saying this is what it is. This is the next nigga to blow. So, you know, I hope I ain't run my mouth too much, but I definitely want to keep searching and seeking out talent and really teaching these guys how to do business the right way and be successful while doing good business and not get fucked over.
Fact.
Wow. Wow.
Uh,
Y'all got some
That's what I'm
questions
at.
before you get up out of here. I asked all my questions, man. I got some more.
Oh,
I can keep
yeah.
going, but let y'all ask some questions. I took
I
over the
was
whole
gonna
interview.
say, yeah. Given the desperation on your last court trial, like with them trying to find you guilty and all that, did you ever feel the need to sue them for everything they did wrong?
Well, I want I if if I want to sue them, I have to sue them from a civil suit and I have to sue them individually, if that
Mm.
makes sense. Because through the finalization, um, they can't come after me and I can't go after them. That was the agreement on me getting my charges vacated and them kicking me out.
Oh, so somewhat
So
like a settlement already. Like you guys had to
yeah, it was
settle.
like it was an agreement because they
Mhm.
wanted to know what I wanted. Because I could have still sat there and fought and been like, "Oh, y'all owe me some money," but I'm older cat. I got kids. I'm trying to get back to they took a lot from me, and I spent like 300 and some $1,000 just surviving and paying for attorneys and taking care of my kids while I'm behind walls and doing the things that I needed to do. So when they asked me what I wanted, I told them I just want my freedom and I don't want to be on no paperwork. I don't want to be on no probation, no parole, none of that shit. I don't want to be getting pulled over. I want my motherfucking life back. And
Mm.
that's what I told the prosecutor. And it was the prosecutor from it was the higher up prosecutor. It wasn't the regular state prosecutor. It was the prosecutor that's over the state. He was like, man, fuck what dude talking about. We gonna let him out. You see what I'm saying? He overrided the prosecutor up under him. And
Mhm.
the judge was like, we hate to say it. He said he stood up in front of the judge. He said, I hate to say it, but this one is on us. Had we would have did things the way that they needed to be done, Mr. Pope wouldn't be going through what he's going through today. So that prosecutor in his heart, and that come from the most high, that's a blessing from the most high. He stood on principle. And so they finalized the contract to where even if I did do something wrong and they found out that evidence, they can't come after me. That shit's over and done with. So if I want to go sue anybody, I have to go sue like I have to file a lawsuit against the first attorney by myself. I have to file a lawsuit against the prosecutor. You know, whoever did something wrong, I have to file a. Fuck is this? Oh, okay, that's bro. Shout out my nigga D. Get paid, but yeah, man. So you know, I kind of just told, you know, I prayed about it because I didn't really want it to be no malice in my heart in my situation that I was going through, divinity. So, you know, my whole thing wasn't about the money. My whole thing was about faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And so I had faith that I was going to win, and that's
Mhm.
what it means to, you know, uh, to believe something has already happened before it has actually physically happened. I already knew I was getting out. And so that's where I was at with it spiritually, as far as
Wow.
coming. I wasn't even thinking about, oh, I'm gonna sue them, this and that and that. So the door is still open. I still got like maybe a couple years left if I wanted to decide to sue them. But I'm blessed, you know, and I'm
Right.
getting
Say
back.
it again. Amen. Amen.
For real, I'm
Yes. I
blessed.
love that energy you're on. That's so
Yeah,
amazing to hear.
yeah. So you know,
I'm
I'm,
proud of you,
I'm
Juice.
I appreciate you, bro. Like this shit,
For
this
real
who I
talk.
am. This me.
Because they don't know the other Juice I know, the one who was acting crazy at 10, 15, nigga, told everybody a lie. You don't give a fuck where they from, they better get their ass a lie. I said, nigga, he said, nigga, I don't give a fuck. This is my back. Here's how to put a motherfucking point. And he said, I don't give a fuck. Everybody get a motherfucking lie right now. This is my motherfucking party. I said, nigga,
Hey,
what's wrong with you? Remember that shit?
yeah. I remember a lot of shit. I remember some things we did, you know, on Yuck Mouth's behalf.
Hold up, big
Motherfuckers.
swole up.
But we ain't gonna talk about that shit. We ain't gonna spark nothing. But you know, it's always been gangster. But you know, y'all my brothers, man. You know, we got real motherfucking
History.
history. For real, for real.
How long you
You know,
know, Yuck, how long you know Juice?
since
Oh
98,
man,
99,
That
98.
longer
97,
than me.
Well,
98.
since niggas was rocking iceberg, nigga. 97.
The watch, yeah. Remember the iceberg?
96, 97, nigga.
That shit was
96,
like seven hundred
97. Yep.
dollars a sweater. How long I
Man.
know
Man.
you, Juice? I say 2000, what, 2001, 2000, no, what was that, 2003?
Nah, older than that. Because remember,
Older
we
than
started.
that, huh? I
You
wasn't
gotta
fucking
remember,
with Rick Lee at the time.
nah, and you gotta
That's what
remember, I used to come to your hood in San Mateo.
Maddie,
You forget about that. Exactly. I used to be at the rec center. Ah, you forgot, huh?
you did. I remember
We used
you
to pull up
did.
with the whips and jump out and be fucking with y'all. And and that was before the music. You know, well, I was doing music, but that was before me and you got like deeper into like
That's
doing
right.
shit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. God damn, that's a long time.
And
Yeah,
let
it's a
me
long
know,
time.
let me let all the viewers watching, man. This nigga was a fixture and still a fixture. I'm talking about big ass moves, like all the new shit that come out. He riding it, nigga. He do the first nigga doing movies. I met Mitchie Slick on a movie set with this nigga. You know what I mean? Period. He put
Juice
yo.
always
He
doing big
say you
shit.
help niggas, nigga. The Bay wouldn't know Mitchie Slick if it wasn't for fucking Juice.
Juice.
Period.
I know. I know.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
Mitch will
Facts.
tell you too. Yeah. Mitch will tell
Facts.
you.
Facts, my nigga.
Tell
That's
you.
I'm
facts.
telling you,
No fiction.
that boy,
Facts.
and then Mitch, nigga, the Bay love Mitch because nigga, what y'all did and what
Facts.
Mitch did with Jacka, nigga, me, everybody, like nigga, burn everybody. Like Mitch started fucking with everybody, but it came from yo tree bark.
Your roots, his
Your
roots.
roots, my nigga. So
Facts.
let's let everybody know that Juice is a mover and a shaker, bro. Like real mover
Facts.
and a shaker, bro. So being a mover and a shaker, the final question before you get up out of here, bro. How do you feel about the success of San Francisco right now? Because San Francisco is lit, man. You got some of the biggest motherfucking anthems coming out of Frisco. You got the Big Stepper. You got the what this shit I should have known. I knew better. You got some of
Yeah.
the big shit coming up. Yeah, yeah. You got Larry June coming up at that mother. You got a lot.
24 karat gold.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got a lot of
24K
shit.
golden. Yeah.
Yeah, you
He
got a lot
tight.
of shit coming up out the snow right now, man. How you feel about the success of Frisco right now? Cause y'all on fire.
Fire.
Oh shit. Man, I feel good. I feel good about it. You know, that I was a part of paving the way for them to do the things that they need to do. And with the exception of Larry June, because I mean he was like live and direct with me, and I took him to different states and things of that nature, and he just continued to keep using the formula that he got from me. Um, and 24K gold, and of course he's doing his thing. Shout out to Stretch, uh, you know, Stunner Man, they're doing their thing. What I would just say is that once you get big in the Bay, um, just do what well, first and foremost, Yuck, the Loonies, Mac Dre, E40, Sibo, Too Short, all you guys paved the way for us. Yup, like to keep it a buck. So I gotta give you your flowers, bro, because you know, you guys are the guys that set the tones in all of these different states, making it an RBL, making it a way for us to move. Andre Nicotina, Coog Nut, um, uh, the
Cool nut.
paraphernalia, the paraphernalia mob movement that y'all had. You know what I'm saying?
Way to
With
go.
all of them guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys had some real shit. Richie Rich, you guys had some shit that was going on that I sat back and I looked at. Rest in peace, Dangerous Dame, by the way, too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys had some shit going on that I sat back and I looked at, and I'm pretty sure that we got some shit going on that the guys like Larry June and Stunner Man and 24K Gold and all them cats, and shout out to Big Rich too. You know what I mean?
Big Rich for sure.
These guys, were looking at us, and then now just saying this one thing is my only concern. Don't let the Bay kill your career. Once you blow in the Bay, you get your radio play, or you popping on the internet or whatever. Get out there on the road, man, and this is chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? And solidify yourself and get your core fan base so you can do the shit like Andre Nicotina in the Tech Nines. You know what I'm saying? You can have the big record like 5 on it. Yeah, 5. Man, what? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. You know what it is? You know what I'm saying? And that type of shit is the shit to where Yuck can go jump out anywhere on the planet and rock the motherfucking world with the shit that he put out. And we ain't just gonna talk about 5 on it. These niggas was putting out classic albums.
Facts. Big facts.
Niggas was putting out albums. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I would say about us in the city is just get out, man. Go to the Seattles, go to the Portlands, go to the Phoenix, go to
Kansas
LA, Kansas City, Oklahoma, Ohio,
Arizona,
Louis,
Vegas,
Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Get out there, spread your wing. Philly, go hit Houston, Dallas, Austin. Get out there and push your line. You know what I'm saying? Go fuck with the East Coast. Jump out. The game is different now. You know what I'm saying? The East Coast there was a time where being somebody from the West Coast, you couldn't really go to the East Coast and push the way that you wanted to. But now you got Bloods and Crips out there. So they checking for the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? They checking for that lingo, that Bay Area slang. You know what I'm saying? How we create shit. You know what I'm saying? They checking for whoever's pushing that drill. You know what I'm saying? So get out there, spread your wings, show up. It don't matter if it's 50 people at the show. The next time you come back, it's gonna be 500. The next time you come back, it's gonna be 2,500. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, and you're gonna bubble. And then you're gonna have that core fan base, and your bag gonna be on autopilot. That's all I gotta say, really. Yep.
And also, has anybody told you that you kind of resemble T-Pain?
That is T-Pain. We've been in it this whole time. Are you serious?
Yuck. Hey, Yuck. I remember one time we was in Seattle, and nigga, I still ain't met nobody that smoke more weed than you, bro. Unless you slow down.
Facts. Hell no.
Hey, Yuck, you remember how you used to? I remember. Look. Let me tell you a crazy story. Me and Yuck, we in Seattle. We got a show. I don't remember where exactly we was, but I know we was in the lobby, and I know we was talking. And Yuck had a Newport box, and I was like, Yuck, you smoke cigarettes? He popped that motherfucking Newport box open, and that motherfucker was full of blunts. And Yuck was just smoking, blowing. I ain't never seen nobody smoke more weed than this nigga Yuck mouth. Have you met that challenge yet, Yuck? Anybody smoked you out yet?
We should do. I'm gonna do a flyer.
You gotta create that challenge, Yuck.
Listen, man. When you fuck with these white boys at these cannabis awards, they'll put a motherfucking gadget on you. Yeah, I mean a whole motherfucking gadget with just all weed, nigga. I went in the motherfucking little closet, and they just smoked the whole room out, nigga. Hot box. It was a hot box closet. I couldn't stay in that motherfucker for 2 seconds, nigga. So the hot box and the gravity bomb.
What is it, tear gas? Oh, the gravity bomb. Fuck yeah.
All weed.
It'd be like this. You smoking, you flipping it.
No, I guess nigga, I'm talking about. Imagine you was in a little room, a little box, and then
who's all there?
Bringing hella weed, that motherfucker. You just that little box, smaller than this circle where I'm in right now. Hella small. You like you're barely sitting that motherfucker. You hot boxing, nigga. You want to get out that bitch quick. It's like how you look like how network look. Nigga. Yeah, I couldn't say that bitch. Yeah, that hot box, and then with Be Real. Hot boxing would Be Real. They had the 18.
Yeah, what y'all in there like this?
No, Be Real had the 18 van, right? He was doing his podcast, the motherfucker smoke box, right? And we was at a High Times convention. He had the 18 van. So it was me, Corrupt, motherfucking Trey D, Be Real, and his crew. We in the 18 van. That motherfucker got so smoked out. I didn't even want to hit the weed. It was just hella just.
You tapped out?
Huh?
You tapped out? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, nigga. I was with the smoke guy. I was with Be Real, nigga. Be Real.
You got smoked out.
Bro, it felt like I was getting choked out by the weed. It felt like the weed was suffocating a nigga. Like it was too much weed. I couldn't breathe, nigga. It wasn't no natural air in the building.
So you met your challenge fucking with Be Real.
That felt like Young Mom got smoked out. He got smoked out.
Nigga shedding tears. I'm talking about crying, nigga. Like, let me land, nigga. My tears was going down my eyes. Like it's cold and cloudy, nigga. Like my eye, I can't even see. Nigga, and I'm coughing up lungs, nigga. I'm like, and like I'm about to throw. I had to get out because I had to throw up. I threw up. I spit out, nigga. I couldn't breathe. So Be Real, fuck my world over, man.
Okay.
Be Real.
Okay.
It gotta be the Cypress Hill smoke guy.
I went to his dispensary in LA too, man. They nice. Boy, Be Real got that shit.
This is recorded. You can see this on Be Real TV. This is actually documented. We
got a document.
Nigga, I hopped over Trey D lap to get out the car, like nigga, out the van. Move, nigga. I gotta get your ass out the way, nigga. I can't do this no more, nigga. I exit stage right, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here. I dipped mid-interview. I couldn't take it no more. I threw up.
What you throw up? Chicken wings?
Go to Be Real TV, man. It's me, Corrupt, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
What'd you eat?
J.O. Felony was in there. I knew I was missing a nigga. It was J.O. Felony. J.O. Felony.
Oh, I heard about blood. I heard he smoked too. I heard he blow. I heard about J.O. Felony.
J.O. Felony was in there.
It sounded like 10 niggas in a van to hold 7. That's what it sounded like to me.
Having a real hot box session.
I'm talking about a super hot box. Like, nigga, I didn't have weed. I was hot. Nigga, I couldn't breathe. It was so much weed. Be Real's an animal. You can't fuck with B.
He can handle it, huh?
I smoke, but Be Real, from Cypress Hill is a motherfucker, man. That nigga, yo, he spank you with the weed. Like, all right,
So who else
come
smoke?
on,
Who?
man.
Be Real or Snoop? Quick.
Be real, nigga.
Better. He can smoke. I smoke Snoop.
They neck to neck. Cause Be Real, I mean,
I don't know.
Be Real smoke like a motherfucker. I was at Be Real TV. I done witnessed this. Be Real smoke pounds. Snoop Dogg smoked pounds. I ain't seen Snoop Dogg in that hot box sweating and crying like nigga.
So
It's
top
about
five.
to
Challenge.
Top five.
I ain't
So
seen
top
him under
five.
that pressure.
Snoop, Be Real, Burner.
Wiz.
Burn, definitely
Burn.
burn. I ain't
Wiz.
see burn. I ain't see burn.
Burn
in that
don't smoke.
temperature.
Burn only smoke. Burn don't smoke heavily. He
I
smoke,
ain't
but I ain't
seen
never.
him in that hot box.
Burner smoke. Yeah, he like to eat smoke. Like I ain't never seen. I don't know.
I
Burner
gotta
smoke
see
is
these
like
niggas.
he's on the fine shit.
I gotta see these niggas do a gravity bomb or something.
Let's
Like
get
a
it
regular
together.
joint can't match with what I went through, my nigga. Imagine you like it's a motherfucking game show like Fear Factor, and you in a cage with this hella weed just blowing you out, and you can hit the button to eject into the water, or you just stand there and just observe it. I hit the button and eject into the water. Let's see if any of these niggas can stay in that little box. I pressed the eject twice, nigga. I was in a little box and I was in a big ass 18 van. I pressed the eject twice. I was in
So
the
that's
water.
so the top five. So the top five is Yuck, Burner, Wiz, Snoop,
Be real.
Be Real.
Off rip. That's it.
Off rip.
How much do you
that.
guys smoke a day? How many blunts you smoke a day? Everybody.
Ah shit.
Well, it's a different. I like to smoke my. I like to fix my shit up. You know, I put this in it. Hubbers.
Damn. The hash?
He on bullshit right now. You on bullshit.
Now y'all niggas don't know, but I got this from Botanical, a nigga named Ryan and Tracy. That's my nigga. Ooh, it's called a hubba. That's a rock. No, this that wax. This that wax sauce.
That's
Where you
that
tired? No, that's that sauce.
You know what? I try to save my smoking appetite until I get on Smoke a Lot Radio, because I already know I have to smoke when I get on there. So I'm try to have the rest of the week sober, so when I get on there, I'm not already like burnt out.
Yeah, we put you to sleep, man. I got that put you to sleep, man. I can't smoke. My shit too crazy.
Is that why you take like 10 naps and then go to the show?
You be calling me, right? I be sleep, right?
That nigga be sleep. But you don't go to sleep. You don't go to sleep till 5 o'clock at night. You working your albums. Like you probably do 3 hours a day.
I done slept until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm up until 5 in the morning. The fuck?
You're an artist. This shit happens.
It happens.
Juice. This happens to him too.
It happens, my nigga.
Me, I'm up early.
Juice.
What's up, y'all?
My nigga.
What's up with it, bro?
Talk about the label, bro, because you said you got the game from the Bay, man. Let them know about that get paid, my nigga, because that you was the first nigga that put me on the movie set. You and my nigga. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it, bro. How y'all even made that? How y'all even came and collaborated? Y'all fuck it. We gonna make a label. We gonna do like Show and Phony and them. Fuck it. Like we ain't going to the big labels. We're gonna put our bread together. Like when did that meeting happen? When did you and your nigga get it together?
Well, I had the vision, and shit. I was back in the city, and we was doing whatever we was doing.
What year was this? What year?
This
we gotta have a year.
We talking 1994. 93, 94.
Hip hop on the green era.
Right. Motherfucking what's the other one called? The Gavin Convention, shit like that. So Nella Wood, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the block, I rapped. He believed in me. he took me to his brother. You know, Mike was a millionaire, and but it was Rick Starr, rest in peace. You know, a lot of cats don't know who Rick Starr is, but he is, you know, reputable, a factor from Hunters Point. Rick Starr was the one, you know, pulled up in that drop Vec with the top down, and he talked to Mike, and you know, he told Mike, you know, this is gonna be your way out of, you know, way out of this, out of the hood. This is how you gonna take shit to the next level. And so Mike finally took a chance and listened to what I had, and then from there we started, you know, coming up with ideas on, you know, how we move forward. But as far as the name and the vision and wanting to be what I wanted to be, I already had came to the table with that on some entrepreneurial shit. This is my name. This is the label. This is what I see, and this is what this right here be a situation that can put our kids through college. And I had to get Mike to believe in that, and he did. And then from there, we started moving forward, and we became, you know, one of the biggest labels to come out of San Francisco.
Mm.
Shout out Mike. Shout out Mike. You know
Yeah,
what I
If
shout
you
mean?
out
could
Mike.
work, if you could work with any artist right now, who would it be?
From the Bay.
No, just anywhere.
Oh, any artist?
Mhm.
Uh, that's a good question. Let me think. Who would I want to work with? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know, man.
What about from the Bay then? Like to narrow it down, like say we got Kaylani, her. Would you like think about doing an R&B, like hip hop R&B album, or like any kind of songs like that, or more like just like straight rap?
I would definitely fuck with her.
Her. Yeah.
Her music got me through some of my time in prison. You know what I'm saying? Just listening to her
Mm.
music. She had some dope ass material, and I got put on to her when I was in prison, and her music is dope. Um, the reason why um, I'm kind of like on pause as far as like who I would want to work with like that, because cats ain't really rapping no more. And I guess
Right.
I still fall under the old guidelines. I'm just not really into, you know, you just getting on the mic and mumbling some shit and then throwing some auto tune on it. I'm not really
Mhm.
with that. Like I really like niggas that got bars. I really like niggas that rap. Not saying that some of the music ain't coming out ain't dope. Shit, like you know, like a little, I like what he do. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit. But other than that, just the lane that I'm in, you know, because everybody's music has a different genre, has a different angle, has a different audience. So I would
Mhm.
say that the lane I'm in, you know, it's gotta be somebody that got bars. So, you
Right.
know,
Look. Speaking of bars, let me ask you a song. Do you know? Boom, 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 boom. Creep on in. You know that song?
uh that's wait, that's not I know you did that shit, but I'm talking about, yeah, I know you did that shit, but I'm talking about the actual original record. You talking about the
Oh,
actual original record yet?
yes, sir. We doing name that artist. Name that artist.
Name that. Oh, damn. Okay. Nice, nice.
Timex Social Club?
Nah, nigga. Club Nouveau.
Club
Club
Nouveau.
Nouveau. I knew it was one of them.
Do you
That was
do
gonna
you
be my
drink?
next.
Do you drink?
Yeah.
You gotta have a shot, nigga. You lost. You gotta take a shot, nigga. Whatever drink you got in the right, you probably got a sippy sip.
I
All right,
I ain't got I ain't
I
got
take
nothing
a
in
shot. I take a shot for you. You lost. But
I ain't got nothing
anyway,
in the office. Yeah.
that starts us off to our next one. The Yuck Mouth 5 on it 5.
Okay.
So look,
Oh,
network,
ugh.
you gonna ask your 5. Lady, you ask your 5. I'm last. I'm gonna ask my 5. You feel
Ladies
me?
first.
Ladies first.
I
What's
don't
your top 5? You gonna ask him.
Okay, your top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Top
Mm-hmm.
5 favorite movies of all time.
Put them
Friday,
on the big screen.
Friday, New Jack City, Kings of New York, um, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society.
Oh
Okay.
my God, stellar list. God damn, that was an
Great
A
fucking
plus
list.
list. I gotta give
Great
it to
fucking
you.
list.
I have to
I,
say
I
Friday.
can't say you only movie you was missing was Scarface, but other than that, I love the list.
Scarface.
For sure.
Network. What's your top 5 on it 5, my brother?
Okay. Hmm? Maybe I'm just too demanding. What's your maybe she's just satisfied. No, hey, what's your top 5? You ready for it?
Yeah.
West Coast artists.
Mm.
Top 5 West Coast artists.
West Coast. What's your top 5 artists?
West Coast. Keep it
On
west.
what?
Nah,
Right,
nigga.
keep it
Don't
West Coast.
don't
Yeah, keep it
don't
West.
don't reconstruct, nigga. I got all this motherfucking Frisco on for my nigga, cause he from Frisco. I pulled the motherfucking
Oh, and
Williams
you
out
came in, you
for
came in
my
character
nigga.
tonight.
Hold up.
That's nice.
For my nigga. So we doing this West Coast, nigga. I got this
Well,
outfit on,
I'm
nigga.
gonna base
Fuck
it on.
that.
I'm gonna base it on. I'm gonna base it on. I'm not gonna say top 5 West Coast. I'm gonna base it on what I was listening to, and what I was doing at a certain time.
Okay,
So
so your top 5 artists of all time then
of all time,
that influenced you.
that influenced me.
Yes.
Okay, shit, that had an influence on me. Um,
Just say your top artists then. Fuck it. Because I thought you was going to influence you because you like nigga the ones. So I was trying to help you out, but fuck it, go where you want to go.
The alley oop was failed. The alley oop has
Alley oop got
failed.
blocked, nigga. But Tomo blocked the alley oop. Fuck it, man. What?
uh,
Talk your shit, man.
Nigga.
well, definitely, like I said before, yuck, you in that top 5, and that's not
Thank
even
you, sir.
on no
Okay.
bullshit. Like I remember having a car accident, and a motherfucker who hit me, he almost got killed by the homies, and I was listening to I ain't did nothing wrong. Why did I plead
Nah, I plead
guilty? Boom,
guilty.
boom, 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 boom.
No,
I'm
no,
banging through the point.
womp, womp.
Motherfucker hit me. So, uh RBL Posse,
Facts.
uh
See,
Totally Insane, the Backstreets.
off top.
Facts.
That project
Palo
motivated me.
Alto project. Yeah.
East
Yeah.
Palo
Uh,
Alto.
yeah. And then
Two more turbo.
Ice Cube
Hell yeah.
and 40 Water.
Fucking right.
Oh,
Nice.
you the first one that said totally insane, Ice Cube and 40 Water. Niggas
Facts.
don't give niggas they love, man. Everybody say JC, Nas, Biggie, Pac. Like they don't give niggas they love. Like, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is this, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, we wasn't listening to Tupac in 92 and 93, and Pac wasn't doing nothing then. We wasn't on that. You
The
niggas was the niggas.
80s, 89, 90,
Yeah,
88.
you niggas was the niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like Pac became what he became, but as far as the Bay being what it was, you niggas was the niggas that made that like that. The Loonies, the Richie Riches, the Govs, and all you guys, that was what y'all had going on over there. And we had our intermittent movement record over there, movement over in Frisco, you know what I'm saying, with everybody that was signed to Intermittent Records, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm basing, you said that influenced me, right?
Right.
Pac is one of the top rappers, you know, on my list, of course. But the question was, who's the top rappers that motivated you, that influenced you to be like, oh, I want to get in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas, like, and I'm listening to you guys every day. You know what I'm saying? Knocking y'all shit, slapping y'all shit. You know, so I just kept it. I kept it a buck. If a motherfucker wasn't riding around slapping Mr. Flamboyant, you wasn't from the Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
If you wasn't
Say it
slapping the
again.
Loons, you weren't from the Bay. If you wasn't slapping the back streets, you weren't from the Bay. If you wasn't slapping Don't Give Me No Bean of Weed, you weren't from the motherfucking Bay. You see what I'm
Fact.
saying? Like it just is what it is. In that time and in that era, you niggas reign supreme, bruh. And that's just what it is. And I'm just keeping it a buck. Motherfuckers like to do the status quo shit, but you got to be. It feel better to me to come from the heart and keep it transparent.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna give you one to one since you say, you know what I mean, we influence you. I'm gonna let you know y'all influence me.
Really,
It wouldn't be no yuck mouth. It wouldn't if it wasn't for Demo the youngster.
come on.
Ooh, said it a few times on here.
Demo the
Hey,
youngster was locked up with me in camp in 1992.
mm,
He was coming from the JT the Bigger Figure imprint, you know, the Get Low GLP, you know what I mean? So he coming to camp with that shit, you know what I mean? He rapping like a motherfucker. They taking this nigga on tour. He had a song called Cancer Stick. That was a positive song about not smoking cigarettes or tobacco.
And I
They
tell him your song.
they taking this nigga on tour from pod to pod, camp to camp. I'm like, nigga, I know how to rap. I need me one of those.
Tell him your
So, you
song.
know, I wrote the Ice Cream Man, nigga. So that's where the Ice Cream Man come from. Emo the youngster having a song called Cancer Stick and Camp. And I made a song to compete with that, but I wanted to be with the street niggas. I don't give a fuck about the positive shit. I'm like, let me get this street niggas on. Let me
right.
do this shit for the camp. Let me get my camp niggas on deck and talk about this shit that we all locked up about. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I did
Yeah,
that, but
because
that
you
was
from
the
that. You
first.
from that Ville. You from that Ville, and you know that Ville, man. Motherfucker respected it. Come on,
Yeah,
man. That
so
Ville.
so
That Ville made a
but
stamp.
I was a pure dope dealer. I didn't give a fuck. Like, you know, Gooch. Motherfucking, yeah, Goose.
Juice.
Juice.
No, his name is Gooch. Gooch, that's your twin. Watch y'all activate.
Juice, my nigga. Juice. Juice. We come from the era where the kingpins looked at rappers like they wasn't shit. You
Facts.
know what I mean? So my dreams got crushed by Big Bruce from the Seven Deuce. Me and Numb
Uh,
had some little high school shit. That nigga Frizz beat my shit out the window in the motherfucking Falcon. Candy painted like nigga and start banging fucking with dang. You from the Ville. You need to start rapping about this, nigga. Fuck you rap nigga. And scooted on me. Crushed my rap
damn.
dreams. I'm like, nigga, I'm back to being a dope dealer. These niggas ain't got no respect for rappers. You know what I
Right.
mean? So when I got in the joint, you know what I mean? Pure dope dealer mode. I don't give a fuck about rapping, but I knew how to rap. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
wasn't leaning on it though. And then when the boy Demo had that song, it made me lean on the rap shit. And that's where you get the loonies, you get the ice cream man, all that shit came in that camp. You know what I mean? Where I was with Demo, I had, you know, it motivated me, nigga. Okay, they got the label. You know what I mean? They
Demo
got the
solid too. Demo
yeah,
solid.
they got the
Demo solid nigga.
J, but it come from JT the Bigger Figure and all that shit.
All
You
of
know what I
them.
mean?
All of
So
them.
boom,
Nigga,
they got
JT the bigger fucker put me on. So yeah, that's
so
real
boom,
talk.
they got the cool
JT taught me a lot of game. He the
Me
one that
too.
it's because of JT that I even ended up even doing a movie. You see what I'm saying? Because I was in Beware of Those. I was the guy that killed Mac Mall in Beware of Those. So once JT taught me how to do that shit, and then I just went over there and we decided to put up a bigger budget and get the trailers out there and actually use film. But the inspiration came from Fig, and Fig is actually a childhood friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? We played Seahawks football together and all the shit when we was kids. So yeah, Fig is the one that taught me about dotting your I's and crossing your T's and It's one thing I like that Fig always taught me, know your business. You can't get mad at a motherfucker if they fuck you. Because if you get fucked, it's because you didn't do your homework. And I kind of, some people look at it like, nah, person wrong for doing that. But it's like, nah, know your business so a motherfucker won't be able to get over on you. And that's what Fig taught me. So yeah, shout out to Fig,
Me
man.
too.
Shout out to the
Got
Get Low.
big, but I wanted to
man.
let you.
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know that I got my game from Frisco. It wouldn't be no loonies if it no Demo the Youngster and JT the bigger figure. Period.
Me
That's
too.
that's a
too.
jewel right there.
I'm
That's a
letting
Fact,
you
jewel.
know.
I
JT,
didn't
me
know
too.
that.
That was a whole
I ain't-
influence for the Loonies, nigga. I drew the Condom Man. I made the Looney Tunes, nigga, the artwork, everything, wrote the songs, all that shit from being motivated by the nigga
by
Demo and the Get Low players.
Get Low.
The
Yeah.
GLP. They got the
Now that
GLP. I'm
you
making
say
the Looney
that,
Tunes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
that
making
you
the
say
Looney
that,
Tunes.
yeah.
But then look, they was like the first young niggas. Like you talk about Lil Wayne, like San Quinn was one of the first little young teenage niggas rapping, like super young. You know what I
Killing
mean?
it.
So they were and JT, they was the young niggas. You know what I mean?
JT
Besides the
was
hieroglyphics,
JT was
they was a young niggas putting on. You know what I mean? Period. So
JT was
go ahead.
no, I'm just saying JT was a young phenom, man, because he did everything. Produced, you know what I'm saying, created, wrote, label. He really put niggas on. And I mean, like, but that's just me speaking, after the fact of just, learning the business and then being able to sit back and admire, everything that he went through and what he did, just for the city. That game recognized game, that shit was big. That shit went huge, and then Rapper Forte, you know what I'm saying, with the Players Club and him, doing that first collaboration before I even came out, when he went over there with Dangerous Crew and he was doing all that shit, She's Hooked and all of that stuff. So, it's a lot of shit that went on. And one of my favorite guys is something that, a lot of cats ain't never had a chance to hear, but I don't know if you guys remember Huey MC, Keep a Bitch Broke. That shit was one of the biggest songs coming out of motherfucking Frisco, man. But yeah, man, it's a lot of history, but that's a jewel though, Yuck, man. That's deep. I didn't even know that. That's what I'm saying. You'd be surprised, because what's crazy is that it's funny that you say that, but Oakland actually blew me up. The city fucked with me, but the town blew me up. Oakland. Oakland was like, man, we like, who is it? Because you got to remember, Yuck, I was different. Everybody else was talking about pop your collars and shit like that. I was talking about shit like Bo was talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The murder site and pushing kicks in the bay and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Suspicious agenda. I was talking about shit like that. It's real street gangster shit. And the town was like, they embraced me and blew me the fuck up. And the town is Chocolate City, man. So if you can't make it in the town, you ain't really got no career. That's just what it was back then. I'm just keeping it a buck. You could be from Frisco and all the shit, but if you can't get across, if you can't make it across that water and then through Richmond and then you ain't your shit ain't sounding right. The town, they got love for the juicer. They was slapping the fuck out that fullies.
Yeah, off top. And then here's the last one. Since everybody got their 5 on it out, let me get my 5 on it out, man. What's your top 5 motherfucking basketball players? Because I got this motherfucking Warrior shit on, man. So what's your top 5 basketball players on the last one for the Yuck Mouth 5 on the 5? Boop, 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 boop.
My top 5, Jordan.
Basketball players. Jordan. Oh, I love you, man.
Jordan.
Hey, man. Listen,
Kobe.
Man. Oh, no Frank Ocean, man. But let me show this, man. Let me show you.
Oh, that's nasty.
That's nasty.
Oh, that's nasty. Is that hand drawn? Is that
Let
drawn?
me see. This is drawn. It's a painting, nigga. That's the boy going crazy, nigga. That's that famous dunk, nigga, going, I got Yugen! Yeah,
That shit's
Yugen!
fire.
That nigga just
That
flew
shit's
across
fire.
the whole screen. Yeah, Yugen! But yeah, man,
That's
talk your
fire.
shit, man.
So I say, so
My
my
bad.
top
Sorry about
five.
that.
Nah, it's good.
Jordan,
My top five: Jordan, Kobe, the Diesel, Shaq,
Ha
Steph Curry.
oh,
Facts.
Shaq. This is the first time we ever heard Shaq. That's the
Oh,
first one.
Because he was, what I'm saying? But my top five, my favorites, that's exciting. That was exciting for me to watch was uh Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, Steph, Iverson.
Oh, give us some
that's
love, man. About time my nigga
good.
said Iverson and Steph. You had some authentic
Oh,
shit, man. You had some authentic
listen.
shit in the building, man.
For sure.
First time
That's
shit.
5 on 5. I can't argue with that. I be usually tongue, I be on motherfuckers. Nigga, no. There's some shit that made me relax, man. He was the first nigga that said Steph. He was the first nigga that said AI. Them my guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Facts.
I got the Steph outfit on. Hey, man, salute to Steph. Yeah, feel me? Niggas don't
Oh,
give Steph his love. He the reason why niggas is shooting 3-pointers right now.
he changed the game. He changed the whole culture, and he made it possible for somebody short to dream. You know what I'm saying? To make it in the
Right.
league. You ain't gotta be LeBron size. You know what I'm saying? You can be Steph size nigga and be the biggest star on the planet.
Facts.
John Moran is on the rise. But all right, man. Love y'all,
Yeah.
man. I gotta
Salute, my
jump
brother.
out of
Good luck.
here.
Yeah, good night, my nigga. Thank you
Yeah,
for being fucking with us, bro. I gotta get you on some music. You know how we do it, bro.
we gotta do it. We gotta do it. I just want to
I
say
need
we
you,
gotta do it.
I
I'm
need
gonna
you on
be
City of Dope.
you
I'm
in
working
LA?
right now. I need you on my new album, City of Dope, man. I'm talking about Frisco shit, Oakland shit,
I'm
real.
ready.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Ready.
man. Let's go,
I'm ready.
bro.
I'm ready, man.
That's good, man.
Tap
Everybody,
in.
man, make some motherfucking noise and then give them your motherfucking social medias before you get up out of here, bro.
So they can
My
tap
social
in on
media,
you tonight.
my social media is the real juice. TheRealGuce. That's my Twitter and my IG. You know what I'm saying? So tap in with me. Holla at me.
Uh,
Talk to me. I talk back. Sheesh.
uh,
Hey,
uh.
I holler at that nigga at the real T-Pain at all social medias.
No, hold on. Before you leave,
I'ma
Juice,
buy
Juice,
you a drink.
hey, Juice, Juice,
What?
Juice. Before you leave, give me your social security number.
Fuck out of here. Yeah.
This nigga crazy than motherfucker.
Hey,
We
the
gone, my
divinity.
nigga.
Be blessed.
Man.
Go on, man.
Tap
Be
in with
blessed
you, my
too.
nigga.
Thank you. We had an
So,
amazing show with you on it. Yes, we're gonna follow
appreciate it.
you.
Right on.
On top, man. We out, man. Another episode of
Oh, my
Smoke Lab
brother.
Radio. Yada da.
Boy.
Boy, shout out Juice. Hold on, let's tap Lady back in this motherfucker. Lady, what's happening, sis? Hold on, let's get this
Joe.
one.
Oh,
Hold on, man. Let me take the other one out, man. Remove that one. Sis, how you feel about the interview? That was hella dope.
that was so cool, man. I learned a lot. I didn't even know how involved he was, like in the music scene and with so many other artists that are already like popping like that. I had no idea he had such a hand in it. That's really cool to learn.
That's a good thing about doing interviews. You learn so much shit. You know what I mean? Behind the music, just like behind the music, when you really get to learn a motherfucker. Me just loving hip hop. I ain't know this shit that we learned tonight. And this my nigga. I don't know the backstories of half this shit he said. You know what I mean?
See,
Hard.
yeah, that is why the interviews are great, because you don't know half the time, because you don't really be asking, your homeboys A through Z, on their lives like that. But this is so cool that we got to learn this and got these exclusives.
Absolutely, man. Teamwork make the dream work. Network. What you talking about, man? How you feel about this interview, man? Interview recap.
I, I got to be honest with you. It was phenomenal. A lot of things that I didn't know. I've been knowing Juice for a very long time, like we both have, but it was a lot of exclusives in there, especially with him getting his game from Oakland. How he picked up the sticks for for the mob figures. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Juice, when Sebo went to jail, I remember when Jack and Arlen was all tripping out what they gonna do. That was crazy because if you think about if Juice would have said, "Well, shit, nigga, let me go buy a Mercedes, man. Let me go." Those were the big bodies that dropped, the big boys. He said, "Nah, man, let's do the mind figure." That was the pleasure choice. That was boss.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know he had ties with the mob figures like that. So I learned
Yeah,
some
that's how I met
information
them. I
too.
met them through Juice.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I met them hella long ago.
I met Juice with Mike. They were shooting a motherfucking movie. Period. I was on the
I knew Juice before.
soundtrack.
I knew Juice before the movie.
Okay. They were doing the
Yeah.
soundtrack and the movie. And like Juice say, he fucked with he was like what Mac Dre did. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Mac Dre was like the top niggas, the top talent niggas. Let's put them up under the same wing. Let's do this theater shit. Let's make this music. Let's push it. I think Juice was doing that, prior to
Facts.
Mac Dre. Prior to Mac Dre. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Prior. You know what I mean? And I heard him say that on the interview. Like, I was doing the shit that Mac Dre did before he did it.
Facts.
And now that we got the history, shit, he was doing the
Facts.
same shit. We gotta give him his flowers too.
And
Mhm.
not only that, but I was like, because he really doesn't, and it was really exclusive because Juice really doesn't like touching on the stuff about his son. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that,
Things like that.
Mhm.
that was crazy, bro. I
That was
never like
crazy. Because when
that
he
was
was talking, I knew he was going to talk about the case because we had talked earlier. And he was like, "Well, network, I'm going to talk about the case, but I'm going to talk about my son's situation about him dying of COVID. I'm going to put it out
he
there." And I'm like,
told
"All
you
right."
about that?
Yeah, I've been knew about it, but I didn't know he was going to talk about it because I had called him earlier and asked him
But
if he
he
was going to talk
told you
about.
he gonna talk about it.
Yeah, and he talked about it exclusive.
Yeah,
That
Mhm.
I
was
watched
That's so
other
sad.
interviews. He never mentioned that. You know what I mean? And that C, whatever number it is, that's a bad fuck boy, fuck
that's a
whatever.
man.
Yeah. That thing, yeah. I swear,
Yeah, it's
But
so sad.
I had, like I said, I had an out of body experience. My cousin died off of it, so it's real deal
yeah,
Holyfield.
it's real shit. I know people that died off of it too, man.
So it's real deal Holyfield, bro. Period, man. Great ass night on Smoke a Lot Radio, man. We
Great
been on
ass
this motherfucker
night.
for
Great.
like
We've been having some real good hitters. I definitely love I love the energy. I love and I definitely want to put out there that we got some new things coming up with the show. We're gonna, in the next couple of weeks, you're gonna see some Yucks changing some things around as far as how we're gonna do more activities on the show. I know everybody likes how we on long time, but we're gonna start breaking it up a little bit, different things. Y'all got some new things for us. Definitely want to
don't
thank
tell him
Yucks for
everything,
that.
nigga.
I'm
Don't
not.
tell
I'm
him
not. I'm
everything.
not. I'm not. I'm
And
not.
next
I'm
week
not.
we have Malik Youssef. He actually is the one behind at least 90% of Kanye West music. And that's going to be really cool because he's going to really tell us everything. He don't hold back. So that's going to be
Exclusive shit all
really,
day.
real exclusive.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. April
Ugh.
April
Mhm.
6th, right?
April 6th, yes.
April
Yeah.
6th.
At the
So
Coin Academy.
at
And this
the core.
Thursday,
Yeah, then.
at the coin, we got this Thursday. Who do we got this Thursday?
This Thursday, we got Craig Facts. Yeah, then. You know what I mean? My comedian homeboy, man. My brother done had me on this show so many times, man. I had him on my show one time. Like, I done been on this bro show
Damn,
like
Yuck, you're an
3 or 4
asshole.
times.
Really?
Nah, he's
Wow.
coming back. He's a
Okay,
coin.
cool.
He's Coin Academy family. He's
Facts.
5150. Corey Holcomb. They on right now, man. Corey Holcomb, then they probably just went off. Shout out to the whole 5150 family. But
Facts.
Craig Fax is part of the whole 5150 crew. You know what I mean? Part of the whole All Deaf Digital crew. You know what I mean? The Roast Me crew. You You know what I mean? What that shit called that they be talking about? Caffeine, the whole caffeine crew.
Right,
So
right,
a lot
right.
of moves going on and shit, man.
And we got Jerry K coming on as flavor of the week. You know,
Oh my
everybody.
God, legendary cannabis
Legendary
crew.
Jerry K.
You know that
Legendary.
nigga, like, I submitted my culado for one of the motherfucking cannabis joints in the Bay Area, right? Santa Rosa. Jerry was, he's smoking the judge who got the gas. You better ask
Right.
Jerry. He gonna let you know who got the
Jerry
gas.
gonna tell the truth.
So before he got to my shit, they found a worm in the motherfucking jar. A worm, my nigga, a worm in the blunt. And they stopped operations. They didn't do the rest
What
of
is that? A worm?
A worm, nigga, a fucking earthworm
Like
was
a
in the
real
weed.
worm?
Yeah, real fucking worm was in the
Oh my
weed.
God. I don't know why I thought that was like code for something else. Oh.
No, a
Yeah.
fucking
It's called for
earthworm.
the fucking alien. Get out of here.
Earthworm was in the weed. You know what I mean? They trying to break it down, and the worm just wiggle through that motherfucker. They like, we done. Like, who? We ain't about to test no more weed of worms popping out this motherfucker, man. So,
Well, shit. Next, you know, Kool-Aid was gonna come out of yours. Fuck it. Don't leave it alone. Fuck it.
nigga, nah,
That
they
means it's fertilized. That means it's
Culado.
fresh.
period.
Damn,
But
you're a nature girl. You must got hairy underprints.
more the story never got to the culado. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So
Praise
we never,
Jesus.
we didn't
Hey,
get to get.
thanks for everybody tapping in. I see you guys
Oh
active
yeah.
in the
Hey,
comments.
shout out to everybody out there in the room. Man, phenomenal, man. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Definitely tell a friend because we're trying to do some new stuff. Tell a friend, subscribe. When you're out there, we got some. We got the audio coming out, all the stuff. It's about to be amazing. Oh yeah, we got Big Eddie put our billboards out. Smoking Light Radio. You're gonna see
Yep.
billboards everywhere. The billboards. We're gonna do it. We're redoing our shoot for the billboards, but right now we got the billboards fucking everywhere. Over 8,000 billboards. We're kicking ass, you guys. Bing, 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 bing. And we're two
Let them
shows a week.
know.
Tuesdays and Thursdays with 2 shows a week. Everything works good. We got some more treats, some money plays for everybody. You're gonna love us.
Hey man,
What?
hey, we back like we never left, my nigga. Period. Smoke a lot radio, man. New and improved. We about to level up. We about to give y'all what y'all want. You know what I mean? We ain't playing with this
Hello.
shit. We ain't playing with this shit no more. You know what I mean? This is the beginning, man. Ride with us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Salute.
Moving
And
one
don't forget to follow
side.
us on the gram at Smoke a Lot Radio on Instagram
Ugh.
and follow our individual pages,
Hit
Regine
that like
General,
button
Network Go There, and myself, Lady Divinity.
Yes,
and
sir.
subscribe. Ah! Bing, 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 bing.
Man, hit them likes, man. Hit them motherfucking likes on the way out. We out this motherfucker, man. We see y'all on
Bam,
Thursday,
bam.
man. We see y'all on Thursday live at the motherfucking Coin Academy. Giddy.
Ugh. Go there.
Bye
Yay.
bye. Another episode of Smoke a Lot Radio, man. Thank everybody for tuning in, man. Shout out to motherfucking the lovely Lady Divinity. Shout out to motherfucking Network, the Twerk Jerk. You know what I mean? And shout out to me and shout out to motherfucking GUCE. GUCE, man. Legendary interview, man. We learned so much history tonight, man. Shout out to y'all, everybody in the chat room. You know what I mean? Shanique with all the mods, you know what I mean? E. Millie, everybody else in that motherfucker, man. Tap in from all around the world. We appreciate y'all, man. Free game, free content, man. We not monetized. So hit them likes on the way out. You know what I mean? Hit them subscribes on the way out. That's how you support the system, how you support the machine. You dig? And yeah, Smoke a Lot Radio. We back 2 times a motherfucking week, nigga. Get used to it. Alive on Tuesday. The motherfucking program at the Coin on Thursday. We back, Jack. And we going heavy, Hefe. You feel me? Like this motherfucking macho motherfucking bottle. We going heavy, Hefe. You dig? On that note, we love y'all, mate. Smoke a Lot Radio. We out this motherfucker. We see y'all on Thursday. Yada da. Bye. Bye now. Hold on. Get the merch. That's Smoke a Lot Radio. I mean, smokealotrecords.com. Yeah, go get some of that ice cream. Go get some of that Loney's music, that Yuck Mouth music, all the old albums. Go order an album, get it signed personally to you. Go get some merch, everything, man. We do all this shit. And then when you order, man, we give you a motherfucking fan pack. You know what I mean? That got all the goodies. You know what I mean? Like you don't never know what you get. You probably get a DVD. You probably get shit. Them goodie bags be made, man. So when you order with SmokeALotRecords.com, you get a goodie bag. You get way more than what the fuck you ordered. Period. Albums, DVDs, T-shirts, hats, all types of shit, man. We give goodies, baby. So order at SmokeALotRecords.com, and we out this motherfucker. If you enjoy the conversation, make a donation, man. Cash App at the bottom of the screen if you're me. You dig. Yada da. Boy, bye-bye.